Gracious to the places Hey, bird loves, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you all so much for tuning in. How is everyone doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, so we have an impromptu stream today. Like I told you the previous time, when we have the need to do a live stream in the course of the week, we'll definitely do so. So we are doing a live stream this evening based on that. I felt like this is something very important that we should have conversation about. So I thought for us to do this stream. So welcome. Rated, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. A Collins, welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm fine. Thank you all. My first guest today, St. Ade. Hey, you're welcome. St. Ade, Gigi Lewy, welcome. Thank you all for coming. I'm so excited you guys are joining me this evening. Kindly share this stream. You know the drill already. And as you come in, click on the subscribe button if you've not subscribed already. And when you subscribe, click on the bell. That way, you will be notified each time I go live like this or I upload a new video. I can see a lot of you coming already. I'm excited. Yes, let's do this. Thank you all so much for coming. So share it everywhere. Share it on your social media. Share it everywhere. Everyone is welcome. Doc Mark Stuffings, you're welcome. How do you so much? How you do so much and still have so much energy? Rated. Yeah, that's what we do. Hi, Forest Love, Gladys, Mauna, you're welcome. Casper, you're welcome. Randy A, you're welcome. Thank you all so much for coming. I can see 40 persons in the house already. Whoa, wow. Thank you all so much for coming. So just subscribe if you've not subscribed, share. Like I said, we're going to have this is like the most important conversation that we need to have. Since we've been having live stream conversations, this is like the most important, because I can't even imagine that something like this can happen between us. We have family, so we need to have family meeting to discuss this matter. And I have my brothers from Ghana who are joining me on this show tonight. So you can just imagine what it's going to be like. Okay, so share, let's have more people coming. For those of you who must have seen the previous video I put up about the Nigerian High Commission House in Ghana that has unfortunately been demolished. A lot of things I try to gather more information, and also that's what we're here to talk about. What's the topic? Yeah, so that's what I just introduced. Perry Tyler, you're welcome. So just stay tuned. You're going to get all of the information. Luca Good, Teddy Ferson. Hi Grace, hope all is well. Yes, all is well. Thank you, Luca. I think I should get this sorted now before we go any further. So I said I have two of my brothers from Ghana who are joining me. It's going to be very interesting. So share, okay. So someone was asking what the topic is about. It's actually about an incident that happened in Ghana concerning a building that is supposed to belong to Nigeria, or supposedly belongs to the Nigerian government, the Nigerian High Commission in Ghana. So the building, they were building a staff quarters for staff of the mission in Ghana, but some unidentified persons demolished the house in the cover of the dark. And while all of this was happening, according to the reports that came, the staff of the diplomatic mission, that is Nigerian diplomatic mission, called on the Ghana security to come to their rescue, to come to intervene in the situation, but they didn't turn up until the people were done causing the havoc, and then eventually the police came, but there was no decisive action taken, even though they still met the people who were perpetrating the act at the scene, but the police didn't intervene. And the video is up there on my channel, so you might just want to check it. It's there. The thumbnail shows a demolished building, so when you watch it, you're going to get all of the information. And so I have my my friends from Ghana who are coming to join me. I just want us to have more perspective and more in depth about the story. Like, some of you came to the comment section already accusing me of trying to sow seeds of disunity. I just found that really ridiculous that someone would, label me that, for reporting something that has obviously happened, for me saying I'm trying to sow a seed of disunity. But I do that. I report stories from across Africa, regardless of which country is involved. Nobody has had any issues with that. I've reported countless stories about Zambia. Zambians have watched those stories several times. They all agree that yes, whatever I said was actually true, and that they accepted that there is a problem in Zambia, and Zambian youth are already taking actions, to demand accountability. Let me know if you can hear me. Drop a comment if you're in the house and you can hear me. Suddenly, I don't see the messages in the chat room moving. Hope I'm still connected and I'm not just talking alone. If you can hear me, just say yes. Drop a yes in the comment section if you can, in the chat room rather, if you can hear me. If you can hear me, drop a comment, drop a yes. Drop a yes if you can hear me. I want to be sure. Okay, I can see the yes coming. All right, thank you. Yeah, so Zambian youth are already taking actions to demand accountability and good governance from their leaders, and that's the way forward. The truth is, for us to chart the path of development, we have to first of all have for us to move forward, it's important for us to have some of these sometimes uncomfortable conversations, because it's important. Until we address these issues, we cannot move forward. We can't keep sweeping things under the carpet and then allow emotions to keep painting, to keep building up, and eventually one day things explode and all of that. I'm not saying that Ghana and Nigeria have a problem. There's no problem between Nigerians and Ghanaians, but something as such as this that has happened, really we need to have conversation. You see, we need to talk about it, and that's what we are here to talk about. So I'm about to add my one of my guests for the night. He will be up shortly, so we'll have this conversation. Grandma is in the house. Yay, Grandma! Thank you so much, Grandma, for tuning in. Unfortunately, what some don't understand is you must notice the good with the bad. Yeah, you have to, because we can't only talk about and by this we are not in any way trying to, even in the video when I spoke, I didn't call for maybe retaliatory actions or anything. All I kept saying was we need explanations, and I didn't say we need explanation from Ghana. I said we need explanations from both governments, that is the Nigerian government and the Ghanaian government. We need explanations as citizens, because we deserve to know. according to the Nigerian government, the land in question was ceded to the Nigerian government in the 60s. Okay, and that is where the Nigeria High Commission is located in Ghana. So they developed one portion of the land, the other portion remained undeveloped, and then now the government decided to put up the structure as the staff quarters of staff of the mission. Then all of this, started happening. Meanwhile, the new information I got today is that a chief in Ghana claimed that the land belongs to him. So that is what has caused, the hitch that you've seen play out. He claimed that the land belongs to him. But I have a lot of questions that I'm going to ask and will attempt. I know there are Ghanaians watching this, so at any point in the course of this conversation, you feel like you have any opinion you want to air, any perspective you want to bring to the conversation, just indicate in the comment section, in the chat room rather. I'm going to drop the link and have you come up on the show. Like I said, I already have 2 guests who are going to join me shortly, so we are going to take it from there. I don't want to go right into the conversation so deeply already. I've made notes. I've made notes. There's reflection, but I've made notes that are going to guide my discussion. I know there are Ghanaians watching this, so at any point in the course of this conversation, you feel like you have welcome to the show, Nappy. Any perspective you want to bring to the conversation. I can hear you. I can hear myself.
Come again?
I could hear myself at your end. I don't know if there's something you need to do.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, they can hear you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Grace Virtue.
So, guys, this is Nappy Briggs, my brother from Ghana. He's joining us live from Ghana, Accra, Ghana. So before we go into the conversation, Nappy, I'm so happy to have you on the show tonight. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for coming at such short notice. Okay, it's like he's trying to get his things sorted. He's going to be back shortly. Okay, he's coming right back. All right, welcome back.
I wasn't getting the conversation so clear. The voice wasn't so clear. Yeah, I can't get it right.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, so welcome. And just seeing you brought back memories of December 2019 in Ghana. It was a very good time in Ghana, honestly.
Yeah, I just left you in Accra and I ran away,
Yes, you left me. I ran away. But I had fun. Queen Tilly came to the rescue. Queen and Laurie, they came to the rescue. And the remaining days were very, very fun and just, felt so at home. So let's get the conversation going. What have you heard about the Nigerian house that was demolished in Ghana?
Okay, thank you so much. Hello to your family. Hello to everyone. Hello to the people I know here. Hello to the new people who have seen me right now. Thank you so much for bringing me up. My name is Nappy. I have a YouTube channel, Nappy Breaks, Nappie to the world, So we actually do the same thing. And I was actually going to talk about this demolition thing on YouTube. And I saw your video and I was like, no, you said everything. That was the whole truth you said. That was everything that happened. That's what you said. But the problem is, okay, let me start the whole thing again. Let me start the whole story again. The thing started, the whole thing started around, that's from eyewitnesses, around 12:30. That's when the demolition started. And there was one PM, sorry. PM.
Okay, PM.
Yeah, okay. And there was one armed man who was their leader. one armed man who was their leader, he had a pistol on him. So they went there to demolish the uncompleted building. It was like 70% done. They didn't. It's not fully completed. It's a staff house that was being built for the people working at the embassy or the commissioner's office, right? So when they got there around that time, the chief security by name Emmanuel Kabute wasn't around. So they called him that, oh, this is what is happening here right now at the moment. So can you please come over? Because we are trying to stop them and they're not stopping. But at this time, we've already called the police and the police are not responding. So can you please quickly come? So Mr. Kabute came and tried to speak to the leader of the whole team, right? The people demolishing the whole building. So he was trying to talk to him, and the leader was like, "Hey, if you don't leave here, I'm going to gun you down, or I'm going to finish you." That was the statement he used. And I have the national security and everyone behind me, so nobody can do anything to me. This is what I'm going to do. All right, good. So they continued to demolish it. As at 2 hours after, that's when the police came in. After 2 hours, they called the police. That's when they came in. And when the police came in, they went straight to the gang leader, the leader who is leading the whole team, the guy who was armed. Good. So they got to him. They spoke to him nicely without anyone hearing from what they are saying. They spoke nicely in a friendly manner, as if they know each other. All right. And the police exchanged numbers with the guy, the gang leader, the team leader, sorry. And he left. After he left, the guy, Mr. Emmanuel Kabute, the chief security of the commissioner for the commissioner, was like, "What just happened?" Because he called the police to come settle this issue, but then they have demolished everything before the police came. So he called the police to settle the issue, and the police came as their friends. That's well said, but he didn't solve anything. He didn't tell them anything. He didn't even speak to them. He didn't speak to the staff working or the eyewitnesses. Never. He didn't speak to anyone, but rather went to speak with the people who were demolishing the building. So after the next day, cases were rising up that the land is for one of the chiefs here in Accra. But no, in every country, there is a piece of land left for, let's say, a country that has a consulate or an embassy in Ghana, right? They have a piece of land that will be left for them, or they'll buy it or whatever. I don't know how they go about it, but there's a piece of land for them. But they didn't use all the land for their embassy. They left some to build the staff apartments, right? And that's when it started. But this chief is saying that the house, the land belongs to him some years back, so they don't have documents to it, but he has the rightful documents. So this is why everything happened. So up to now, the case is still with the police. I don't know whether the investigation is still going on or they've done nothing about it. But I don't know what will happen next because we are not hearing anything again. And we still, sorry, my lamp was going off, and we are still behind the case and know whatever is going up and whatever will come up, and we'll bring them to you.
Okay. Thank you, Napi, for this insight, this story that you've shared with us. That's exactly what I gathered, and that was exactly what I shared on my
Right.
channel. So for me, I felt terribly crossed that something like this is happening between us. Us, I mean Nigerians and Ghanaians. I
I'm going
feel
to
like
drop the link and have you
as
come up on the screen.
Africans,
I already have two guests who are going to join me shortly. So
there's
we are
an
going to
echo.
take it from
Are
there.
you connected with two
Right into the
devices?
conversation so deeply already. I've made notes.
Hello, okay, because I could hear
Um,
myself. So I felt like this shouldn't be happening. We are all the same people, one Africa, and what we should be concerned with is, the peace of these two countries, or in fact, the peace of the continent, Africa as a whole. That's what we all preach, even as
Exactly.
YouTubers. Yeah, even
Right.
as YouTubers, that's what we preach, and we travel to each other's countries. We try to showcase Africa in the most positive light that we can. And when we get another country, especially the case of Chinese, how they've been treating us. I remember when the coronavirus pandemic started and Africans in China were being mistreated. We were all crying foul and calling China out, speaking against it, demanding for justice and accountability. So I
Mm-hmm.
felt like it's unfortunate that we are now turning around to fight ourselves as Africans. It doesn't speak well of both countries, that a diplomatic mission's property is pulled down in the receiving country, and the receiver from the story. I think I passed through there when I went to Ghana. The police headquarters is not far from this said building, and the staff of the Nigeria diplomatic mission called the police. The police did not turn up. This demolition went on for a complete 1 hour. They did not turn up until eventually they came, but there was no decisive action taken. The culprits were not arrested. They exchanged pleasantries, just like you've also rightly said, and that was the end. These people left. And from what the man said, he said he has national security backing and there's nothing anyone can do. So the new information I've gathered, just like you've also said, that the chief of Osu said the land belonged to him. But from what Nigeria has also said is that that land was ceded to the Nigerian government in the 60s. And that is where the Nigerian government
Right.
built the High Commission, and then reserved the other piece undeveloped until recently they decided to build the staff quarters for staff of the mission. So yes, the Ghanaian government, the Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration spoke on the matter. She and staff of the ministry visited the scene, and she apologized to the Nigerian government on behalf of the Ghanaian government. And according to her, she said the attack was not endorsed by the government of Ghana, that the government of Ghana is in no way supportive of this. I want to just give us let's have a little um, legal framework as far as this matter is concerned, because um, we
Uh,
have international
uh,
documents that guide our operations when we talk about
mhm.
foreign missions and international relations. So you want to say something, Napi?
Yeah, someone asks, does the building have no CCTV cameras?
What?
Someone is asking if the building had no CCTV cameras. I want to answer that question. First
Okay.
of all, the building is uncompleted. It's not a completed building. It's 70%. It has the roofing on, but no windows, plastered, but no windows, but it's uncompleted. So there were no CCTV cameras around to record anything.
Yeah, so the building was still being constructed, and like Napi
Yeah,
said, they had done the roofing, but they are not done the other things like fixing doors and windows and
those, yeah,
furnishing and all of that. So
right.
I was saying I'm going to read from the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. This
Okay,
is an
all right.
international document that guides diplomatic relations, um, you know, between countries. The countries
Right, sure.
ratified this document, and this is what guides them. So I'm reading from Article 22 of this document. The Article
Mm-hmm.
22 point 1 says, the premises of the mission shall be inviolable. The agents of the receiving state may not enter them except with the consent of the head of the mission. Two,
Okay,
the receiving state is under a special duty to take all appropriate steps to protect the premises of the mission against any intrusion or damage, and to prevent any disturbance of the peace of the mission or impairment of its dignity. Three, the premises of the mission, their furnishings and other property thereon, and the means of transport of the mission shall be immune from search, requisition, attachment, or execution. So this article clearly spells out the responsibilities and the obligations of the receiving state of any diplomatic mission. Now, I mentioned in the video I made that even for me, a citizen of Nigeria, I
Mm-hmm.
cannot access any diplomatic mission in this country. I cannot go to the Ghanaian High Commission and gain entrance without maybe a prior appointment or permission from the Ghanaian High Commission or a member of
Right.
staff for me to enter. I cannot.
Right.
There's security there. The diplomatic drive at Abuja is not somewhere you can enter, just as the document clearly says here. It should be inviolable and it should be protected from foreign intrusion, no invasion. So I felt bad, and I think
Mm-hmm.
rightly so, that the the property of the Nigerian High Commission in Ghana clearly did not receive that protection that the Ghanaian government ought to have provided. And for me, I felt more was that even at that, the staff of the mission called on the security to come to the intervention. This is
Right.
something going on. The authorities clearly didn't turn up until this happened. Ghana, someone has said it here that Ghana dropped the ball big time, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why I feel so ashamed, honestly. And for anyone who might say that I'm sowing a seed of discord, like I said at the beginning, it is an action that will bring shame to both countries. That's the
Right.
truth. So it's important for us to have this conversation. It's a we are
Mm-hmm.
anyway. Our leaders might not be here, but we are the youth. So the future of our continent lies on our shoulders. This is going down in history, you know. But
Yeah.
let it be that we're on the good side of history, that we spoke when it happened. Okay,
Right.
let's not be that
Right.
even as youth, because as youth today, we will be the leaders of this continent tomorrow. So when it
Mm-hmm.
happened, what did we do? At least we learned
Exactly.
our own voices, we spoke up against the injustice, because
Mm.
clearly this is so shameful. So from I went online, I saw a lot of reports, I saw a lot of comments and all that people made, questions that people were asking. So I want to echo those questions here. For
Okay.
excuse me, for those that you can give answers to, please feel free. Anyone you cannot
No
give an
problem.
answer to, it's okay.
We pass.
So first of
Yeah.
all, someone said that land issue in Ghana, that land does not belong to the government in Ghana, but that the land in Ghana belongs to the traditional institution. So I want you to give us insight on that. Is that true?
Okay. Most of the lands in Ghana are traditionally owned, all right? Especially the ones in Accra. The government buys them from the chiefs, which like goes for the state later on. So let's say 70 or 80% of lands in Accra belongs to chiefs, all right? Unless they go in agreement and then the state takes some that, oh, I'm building a state something. I'm building this place for the state. That's when the chiefs go in agreement with the government and it's left for them. So with what the person is saying is so true. And what comes into this is we have in Accra, we have something we call land guards. All right. They are not bad people, but they are attached to the chief. All right. When someone buys a land and it's not legally bought, these people come to the land and demolish whatever you built on. They demolish whatever you built on. All right. And these people have a kind of power from the chief if the chief is affiliated to the government in power. You understand what I mean? So if the government in power is affiliated to the chief, all right, whatever these land guards do, no one can do anything to them. No one can do anything to them. So
Okay.
that's why if the lands are for the chiefs and they demolish something on the land, they are good to go. They are free. So I think one of these persons that went there, or the leader that went there, is part of these people.
And that was why he made that comment that the national security is behind
That
him.
security is behind him. Yes, yes. I don't strongly stand and say he is one. I think I may know, or I think he is one of them, because he's saying the national security is behind him. Whatever he said again means that he doesn't have the permission to do it, but he has a strong backing to do whatever he did.
Okay, so another thing that another story angle to the story that I heard is that the land in question,
Mm-hmm.
some time back, a certain business person, according to the story, that the business person is a Nigerian who um, he demolished a building that was previously erected on that said portion of land, and then he
Mm-hmm.
started building this building that has been demolished now. So the chief of Osu verbally invited
Okay.
him for a talk, but according to the stories, that the man didn't go. So he continued building on the land. So eventually, the chief has sent his people to go and demolish the building. So
Yes. Yes.
that's
It will
another
happen.
story.
It will
That's
happen
another
as soon as,
story.
yes, as soon as they tell you to come and you don't go, whatever you do on your building, they're going to demolish it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
here is one question I need to ask, and
Okay.
I for people in the chat room too. Anybody, I stand to be corrected if I'm wrong. If I, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
I go to Ghana and build on a land, like I said, these are the different stories that are coming. So I want us to try and make sense of it. And build
Okay.
on a land, and you, Nappy, you are the owner of that land. You know you are rightfully the owner of that land. And I am in Ghana on maybe a special circumstance, under special circumstance, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm building on a land that you feel the land belongs to you. Are you going to take decisive actions, knowing that if you delay, this might spiral out of control, and try to stem it, nip it right in the bud, or you will let things get to this point before you take action? Let me bring it back to this context.
All
Now,
right.
from the story, the chief saw this man building on the land. He sent
Mm.
a message verbally for the man to come. The man didn't come. How can what other step did he take to address this issue? Can you see now?
Right.
Now, knowing that this land, the Nigerian government is laying claim to it as a diplomatic land that was ceded to them, you did not do anything. There is
Mm-hmm.
probably no, and I say this because the Ghanaian minister for the foreign minister and regional integration, she said even as at the time of visiting the scene and rendering the apology to the Nigerian government, they had not received any court documents concerning that portion of land. And she said it clearly that that action is unacceptable by the Ghanaian government, that everybody knows the legal way of seeking redress. You
Mm-hmm.
go to the court when you find that there's an issue that needs to be addressed, not taking the laws into your hands, which you said rightly so. I ask this question because if the chief knew that the land belonged to him truly, and the man building on it was a trespasser, when he sent the verbal message that and the man did not go, did he seek any form of um legal action, maybe taking the matter to court or sending an official correspondence to him that would go into the archives to serve as a proof that I took actions eventually, but this was what happened, and this is why I've eventually decided to take this action? So just, you know, what do you think?
All right. With what I said about land guards, you will not really understand it because it's a big thing here. It's a big deal here. They take over land. Let's say one mistake. Let me put this example across. One mistake people make is when they buy. Let's say you buy a house in Ghana. All right. The land doesn't belong to you. If you buy the house, you've not bought the land. So one big mistake people make here in Ghana is they buy a house without going to look into for the land documents. or who actually owns the land. Right? You can buy a land, you can buy a house, and the land doesn't belong to the owner or the person that built the house you bought from. This lies the case of what is happening right now. The chief, the chief in power right now may not know that in the 60s, this let's say the chief came in power around the 2000s, all right? He doesn't know. Yes, let me just go back again. Sorry, I'm confusing you guys. When you came to Ghana, you heard about the story among the chiefs in Osu that there's a problem among them, right?
Yes, I was going to
Good.
come to that as well, because but I didn't, I wasn't sure if it's something we should talk about here, because
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
was in Ghana, I got the a hint of the story about the that Osumanches stool and all of the controversy that was surrounding the stool and all
mhm,
of that. So that's
yeah.
why I feel like something is not right. But
Something
speak.
is not right. So as soon as they come in power, all right, they don't do the research. All they know is my family had a land here. My family had a land here. All of Osu was my family. All right. So with this kind of royalty they have, they don't do any research. They just go ahead, go to the land, survey, and be like, "Oh, I have this land." And the next thing you realize is they go taking the land by force. That's when you buy a land, and then later you realize that the chief has taken the land from you, but you have all the rightful documents. All right. Somebody said in the chat that the chiefs don't respect the government. All right. I'm not going to say it's 100% true. The problem here is they're so ignorant. So many of them don't do their research, especially with the ones here in Accra. Right? They just come and be like, "Oh, my family had this land, and I'm acquiring it as soon as possible." So if it's without land, they're not going to get money. They sell the land to get money as chiefs, and then build their community. So, with coming to the story again, with what the Nigerian man bought and building, and the chief called him verbally to come so that they deal with the case, the chief was right, but he wasn't fully right because he was supposed to take the case to court. Nobody is above the law. So that the court will deal with the case, call the Nigerian or call our brother to court so that they can do the case. They deal with the case. Don't like the case. If this chief communicates that this particular land is being persuaded by a Nigerian, and he tells his people, that's the land guards, that the land guard, the Nigerian is building on this particular land, but the land doesn't belong to him. They also don't do any research because they are the people working for the chief. They just go straight because a commander has come from the chief. So let's go and work. Even if it's a pin on that particular land, they will come demolishing it or destroying it. So with a talking about land in Ghana, so many people in the diaspora have a big problem when it comes to land in Ghana. All right, so they don't want to buy land in Ghana. So this kind of thing is really happening, and it's a big deal here when talking about land guards demolition. It's a big deal. My dad was building the land. Lucky for him, he was still in the police service, so they couldn't come on the land. Or they'll come and be like, "Oh, Poppy, daddy," and they'll come and take something, a token. Even if you lay just a block on the land, they will come and take something from you. But if you are proving stubborn, they're going to show you that they are also stubborn. That's what they do. That's what they do.
Okay, I find it. You see that's why I needed to have perspective from Ghana as well, because here in
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria, once you buy a property, that property
Mm-hmm.
belongs to you. I cannot buy a house and the land is not mine. That is not how it is done in
Sure.
Nigeria. Once you buy a
Okay.
house and that land belongs to you. It
Land
is
is for
your
you.
property. You own the
Mm-hmm.
title of that land and everything on
Land.
it, and you can do whatever you want to do with it. If you buy a
Mm-hmm.
plain land, the land belongs to you. You have the documents, it belongs to you. The government cannot take that land away from you, except under very extreme circumstances where maybe the government discovers minerals or some natural resources on that portion of land.
Yeah.
The government is going to pay you compensation and take that land away from you. The compensation, you are supposed to use it to get yourself another land on which to build and settle. Do you understand? So that is how
Right.
it is. But for situations where the land belongs to and the traditional falls within the jurisdiction of the traditional institutions preside over that. But um
Mhm.
in, I'm not in any way trying to spite the Osumanche chief, but in
Okay.
Nigeria, the Oba of Benin, for instance, would not do such a thing as this. He's a man of authority, he's a man of power, he's well respected. If an issue like this comes up, he knows that he has to take appropriate steps. If it means going to court to seek redress, he is going to go to court to seek redress to, get that portion of land if the land belongs to him, not going to demolish, a building that belongs supposedly to the government of another country whose mission office is in that country.
Hmm.
That is how things are done.
All
So,
right.
yes, you want to say something?
Yeah, I said you are right. That's how things should be done. Things should be
Yes.
taken in the right proportion. So don't take the law into your hands. Because chiefs, like especially chiefs in Accra, that's what somebody said. They don't respect the government. They have nothing to do with you. Whatever. See, you see the problem that happened within the Osu Manche community, within the Osu community. The president can come, advise them, talk to them, but it won't work. What they do is what they do. It is what it is. That's what they know.
But, oh, well, it's unfortunate. So that now brings the question that, is Ghana a republic or a monarchy?
Ghana is a republic officially.
Okay, officially,
Yes.
but practically,
We are
practically,
yes, we are dealing
I
with the
get
monarchy system.
I get it. So it's quite unfortunate, like I said, that this happened. Now, another question I had when I saw the story of the supposed or the alleged businessman who was building
Mhm.
on it. The Nigerian government says it's their building, they're building staff quarters. But some people are saying no, the land is, it was someone else who was going to build on it. So now the question is, can someone build on a portion of land without receiving a building permit from the government or from the relevant regulatory agencies in Ghana?
All right. All right. That's another thing people do. They don't seek permission from Lands Commission so that they can demarcate or tell them you have to build here, you have to build here. But this lies the case. This is a Nigerian, let's say, a Nigerian government representing Nigerians in Ghana. So with whatever they will do, they will seek permission from the government of Ghana or officials who knows much about the land. That oh, we build here, we lay gutters here, we lay roads here. So officially, I think these people representing Nigerians would definitely seek permission from the Lands Commission so that they can survey and tell them where to build and where not to build.
So some individuals just go ahead and build without obtaining the
That's it.
the permit from the
Yeah.
government.
For instance, when you buy a land with so much water on it, all right, they'll be like, I wasted so much money to buy. And one mistake is they go buy land on a dry season there, dry season, right? And when it's time to build and it's rainy season, they'll be like, oh, it's rainy season, the whole land is flooded, blah blah blah. So they'll wait, fill it up, then they'll build. And later on, they'll realize that it's a waterway, right? And the government will come compensate you, but still they will try to prove stubborn. And that's where the government doesn't mind you and takes it down. That's what happens sometimes.
Okay.
Mm.
Just give me a second. The second person is trying to come up.
Okay, all right. Hey, Queen Irie, how are you doing?
Okay, so um from all that you've said, the truth
Mm-hmm.
is, yes, this action is ugly and is really shameful. But I feel like there are some internal works that the Ghanaian authorities need to do to address this issue. Like I
Yeah.
said, the Nigerian government said the land was ceded to them. And in 2000, in the year 2000, when former President Obasanjo was the president of the country, um, some issues arose with regards to the same land, which the Nigerian government paid the Ghanaian government a sum of 50 million Ghana cedis as
Mm-hmm.
at then over that same land, and the issues were sorted. So for something like this to come up, see, like I said, it's like coming to coming to Nigeria. Anything you need to know as far as land ownership, land tenure, and all of that is concerned, you will need to seek information from Nigerians, relevant, agencies, Nigerians who will give you the right information and guidance. If you are leasing, if you are buying, and all of that. So this land in question was ceded to the Nigerian government. It's a foreign mission there. Clearly, Nigeria cannot lay claim to any land in Ghana because Ghana is not Nigeria's country. Okay, it is what
Mm-hmm.
the Ghanaian government says that you do, and according to the Vienna documents, the government of the receiving country is supposed to facilitate the process for acquiring a land or property and all of that that the foreign mission needs in that country for its operations. That was
Wow.
clearly what transpired between Ghana and Nigeria from history, that the land was ceded to the Nigerian government, which the Nigerian government is using.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever has happened between the 60s and now is what we need these two governments to give us answers to. Like I've been saying right from the first video, I know Nigeria owes me explanation. This land that was ceded to you, someone has asked the question here. Was it ceded
Mm-hmm.
legally? I don't know. I wasn't there. That's what. Where's the comment?
Yes, yes,
That's
see that
why I
legally.
said it, that my government, my Nigerian government needs to give me answers as well. The Ghanaian government also needs to
Yeah.
give answers. If the land was ceded to the Nigerian government by the Ghanaian government, then was it done legally or illegally? And the land that
Mm-hmm.
was ceded, did the land belong to the government? Do you get? The road that happened in 2002, that the Nigerian government had to pay 50 million Ghanaian cedis to the Ghanaian government for that same land. Who did the money go to? What was it meant for? Do you understand? Was it for
Right.
that same portion of land or not? Do we have documentations? These are questions that citizens should be asking. For me, I ask questions. I like to know because I cannot sit here and maybe blame one side and leave one side, absorb one side of culpability. The both governments are culpable as far as this story is concerned, because you
Right.
cannot bring you if it was seeded illegally, I would feel embarrassed because I don't expect my government to engage in any form of illegal business with another government, because
Mm-hmm.
eventually it's bringing shame to me as a Nigerian. It's bringing shame to the image of Ghana, that some people went to demolish a building that belongs to the high commission of another country. It doesn't speak well of us as Africans. If this was done by maybe some foreigners, I would somehow say, okay, it's because they are not us, that's why they are doing like that. But we are Africans, and I feel like we should do things right, and we should do things more transparently in a way that will bring, dignity to both countries involved. But in a
Mm.
case such as this, that it has turned to this sort of public shame, I just feel like we need answers from both governments. If a chief is
Okay.
not laying claim to the land, then what happened in between from the time it was
Mm-hmm.
seeded till now? But Filawan has joined us. Filawan, welcome to the show.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm late
Yes,
for today.
yes, it's better late than never. So welcome.
Yeah.
Napi has been
Thank you.
holding the
Thank
fort
you.
strongly in your absence.
Yeah, I know. Nappy is really doing great. I was listening.
Okay. So what do you have
Hello,
to
what's
add?
up?
Yeah, cool. Actually, I was listening with my phone. I'm trying to log in with my computer, but it's actually not working. So today I joined with my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you have to add to the conversation as far as this
Um.
issue is concerned?
Yeah. With this issue, Napi was saying something about land guards. Land guards. Land guards. When you hear land guards in Ghana, um, it's a whole lot of, like, there is more to it, because these people are people that we have. In Ghana we have a state land, a government land, and then we have a family land, you see. And then we have the I don't know how to put this, but we have the chief side of lands. You get it? So in Accra here, when we come to Labadi, we come to Osu, we come to Teshi, we come to Nungwa, and even Lashibi. All these lands are for who? Are for the Osu people. Do you get it? So
Yeah.
during the colonization, the whites really wanted to own all the lands in Ghana here. The government fought and they took it from them. When they took it from them, the government of Ghana was supposed to come together with the Osu people, because the land wasn't for the government. It was the government who took it from the whites. Now it's like me having a property and Napi has collected it for me. Now that Napi has collected the thing, it doesn't purposely look like it's still mine. But because it was a place where, let's say, the foreigners built their buildings on it, that was where everything was managed in this country. So the government took over that situation. Now you've taken over that land. You barely know that you and I know your. If you really want to give a portion of a land to someone, you need to come and do what? Come and what? Ask permission from who? The chiefs. But I could say that any other person has also built there, and they were quiet looking at that. But because it was a foreign person who came to build there, I learned that this matter is like a 2 years matter. It is not just yesterday case. It has been something very long that, it's like back and forth and all that. Do you get it?
Sadly, I
Actually,
can't.
the land was being issued to. Can you hear me now?
Your network is freezing.
Oh my God. Can you hear me now again?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, so the land which was being given to the Nigerian High Commissioner was not land as you see it. One plot or something. I'm just giving a scenario. I'm not really sure about that. So as it's being given to him, and he realized that, oh, it was given to him by the government. Do you know why the government couldn't say anything at that moment? They are aware of this because they believe that the land is not for them. So the mistake, or me to me, actually, I would say the fault isn't from who, isn't from the High Commissioner, but the person whoever issued the land to the High Commissioner. Do you get it? Because if something is for Nappy and you, Virtue Grace, you give it to me that it's yours. If Nappy talks, I won't mind him because I believe that it is not for Nappy. You are the one that gave me the thing. So why should I go and see someone else?
Yeah.
You see where the problem is coming from.
Yes.
So it is actually not, let me say, the Ghanaians' fault, and this thing wouldn't happen anywhere in Ghana here. But one thing about the Osu people is that, one, the thing was for them, and no one came to ask them. Nobody came to them to ask permission. Then they are like, okay, then we'll teach you a lesson, because we are proving to you that it is for us, and you are not coming forward to listen to what we have to say. If you think the government have power over the land, then we'll also show you something. So I think the Osu people did that out of anger, not because they feel Ghana and Nigeria has been together for so many years now. And when we talk about the whole of West Africa, these two countries are brothers and sisters, you know. And for so many years, I don't think anything like this would ever happen. And this thing is actually um, tarnishing the image of Ghanaians and also Nigerians, which is making it look like this is how we are, or this is how everything looks like. But it is not so. The fault is not from the Nigerian, and then it is also not from the citizens of the country, but the government made this big mistake.
Yes,
This
and
was a
that's
mistake.
that. Yes, I agree with you. That's what I've also been saying, because um some people have been saying, and some people sponsor this whole attack, just so that they can cause some diplomatic row between Nigeria and Ghana. But for me, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. Even if that's the case, then I feel like it's just shameful. It's like Nappy is my brother, then you, One, you will come and incite
Yeah,
Nappy against me, and then Nappy will accept your manipulation and then decide to come attack me, forgetting that he is my
exactly.
brother. So at the end of the day, who are we going to hold accountable? Are we going to hold you accountable, or we are going to hold Nappy, who is my brother, who has clearly betrayed me by letting you use him to attack me? Do you
You see where
understand?
it coming.
So
Yeah,
that's
I
where
get you
it
now.
is. That's why even when people say this was sponsored and all, I can't blame anyone who probably is trying to sow any seed of discord by trying to manipulate people to perpetrate this sort of shameful act. But for me, I feel like we should have this conversation which we are having, and whatever land deal that was made between the Ghanaian government and the Nigerian government, how clear was it? How was the agreement? How was the land business transacted that is bringing this sort of shameful reactions and actions and reactions? Those are the questions that we are
Yeah.
asking, that we need answers to, because this shouldn't even be heard of. Like you rightly said, we are in the ECOWAS sub-region, in the West African sub-region, and you are calling the countries in the West African sub-region, then Nigeria and Ghana are the countries that come like first. I'm not saying that the other countries are not important, but when you mention West Africa, it's usually Nigeria, Ghana that first come to mind. So it's important that
Yeah.
we continue to push forth, this unity of purpose that we have. Like the minister for foreign affairs and regional integration rightly said, when it comes to the ECOWAS sub-region, Nigeria and Ghana are pushing for regional integration, regional unity, prosperity, and all of that. So this is just really unfortunate that it has happened. But I'm glad that the Ghanaian government is taking actions, just like they have said. They are committed to investigating the matter. In fact, the investigation committee, um, the investigation committee had said they were going to publish the findings of the investigation by close of business today. I've checked that report. I didn't see it. I hope that by morning I will be able to see the report of the investigation, whatever it is that they found, and we can get more information and answers to this. I honestly just wish that this is handled amicably and dealt with in a manner that does not compromise our peace and our unity as African countries, that we can continue to enjoy this diplomatic mission. The Nigerian government also invited the Ghanaian High Commissioner to Nigeria for some discussions. I'm going to follow up with that as well. I can see that both governments are taking steps to address this issue, and I just hope that the issue is resolved amicably on time, and
Sure.
this sort of thing does not happen again. Okay.
Sure. So there's one thing I want to say for people to really understand that uh, people shouldn't really think it is the nature of Ghanaians, and whoever would be thinking that should actually ask themselves that when was the last time Ghanaians did something bad like this to a neighboring country? No, it is never like that. It doesn't happen that way. This was a mistake. I could just say one, it's a big mistake, and also miscommunication and trust issues. And whoever that led and released the land into for the Nigerian commissioner, this is just a little mistake that has messed a big thing up. I heard someone saying that we blacks are in Africa saying Black Lives Matters, but what we Ghanaians are even doing is more than what we call Black Lives Matters.
Yeah.
The fact is that you need to know more, the details. You need to ask yourself a question: Who was the land for? Who owns the land? That particular place that the Nigerian High Commissioner built its building there, who is the chief over there? You need to ask all these questions. Did the chief ever know that he was doing this? When was the building? When did they start building? Do you get it? When all these calculations are being made, you get to know where the right problem is coming from. If this project was from last year and the Nigerian Commissioner knew something about it, he would have done something. But we should all come to consideration in the way of thinking. There are situations whereby you barely know that yes, this land is for these people, but this person is also saying, "Oh, forget about them. There's nothing they can do." You know, there are some petty things that will be going on at the background, and you might never know that someone has power over that land until you realize, or one day you just wake up. And then one thing I was even asking that I heard uh, someone reporting that they used bulldozers to go and demolish the building, and I'm even asking which of the chiefs has time to buy fuel into a bulldozer and go and do this. Do you get what I'm trying to say? They don't really have much time. Whoever did that to the Nigerian High Commissioner should be someone who even comes from the government. Should be someone who comes from the government per se, because I don't think a chief of Osu would just get up and go and do something like that. It wouldn't make sense. At least he is a grown man, and he has a sense of humor. He thinks a whole chief wouldn't do this. So it's someone just somewhere who did this to make it look like, yeah, this is what the Osu chief has really planned. Because when this thing actually happened in Ghana here, everyone is really mentioning the Osu chief's name. Those authorities in that small particular area, they are the ones people are blaming, but they are not even looking at the government side. That did the government even know anything about this land? Do you get it?
All right.
So
I think there's a question here from African Tigers. Do
okay.
colonizers still own lands in Ghana? So when the colonizers came to Ghana, they were not buying lands or selling lands. They were taking lands by force from our chiefs, or our chiefs gave them lands to build on because they lied to them that, oh, this is what we're going to do for you, this is what we're going to do. We're going to build schools they build, we're going to build churches they build, we're going to build public health services they build. So most of the lands that were given to colonizers were not sold to them. So officially, no colonizer has a land or have a land here in Ghana at the moment.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
you see, this, like I said earlier when I was talking, that's not the case with land ownership in Nigeria. Land ownership in
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria is quite different from what you have going in
It's
Ghana.
in Ghana.
So
Yeah.
To some extent, I think I get why these issues are coming up. But like I said, and I'm reiterating, our government need to give us answers. If the Nigerian government is claiming that, or yeah, if the Nigerian government is saying they paid some money to the Ghanaian government during the tenure of President Rawlings over that same land, then there's a problem. Do you get? There's a problem.
Um, yeah, yeah. There's a big problem because right now, where this thing is located, it's I can say that it's like a chieftaincy thing. The land doesn't belong to the government. You feel me? The land doesn't belong to the government, or the government didn't involve the chiefs when the land was being transacted to the Nigerians or the Nigerian government. All right, they didn't involve the chiefs because
So
anything
would
that
you,
goes
so
Exactly.
on
Nafi, sorry,
about
sorry for cutting you. Let
any
me ask you, would you blame the
okay
Nigerian government, or you would blame the Ghanaian government for not involving the
Ghanaian
traditional
government,
institution,
Ghanaian
for
government,
knowing
because
very well that the
Nigerians,
land tenure in
like,
Ghana belongs to traditional institutions, but they
yeah,
transacted a business with the Nigerian government without involving the Ghanaian traditional institutions.
yes, because
Exactly.
Nigerian government will never know. I blame the Ghanaian government because Nigerian government will never know that the land belongs to a chief because they don't know the rules of the land. All they know is they do their basic research of how to acquire land in Ghana, right? So they come to Ghana, see the government, talk about the land. The government will tell them about how to go about it. That this is what you have to do. Go to the lands commission, and because it's going to be for a government institution from Nigeria, represent like a government body representing Nigerians in Ghana, they are not going to let the Nigerians do all the processes. The government of Ghana will take into consideration to do whatever they want to do. Hi, Tigers, how are you?
Yes, Napi, speak. I
Hey,
can hear you.
African tigress.
Hey,
Hello?
how are you?
Yes, I can hear you, Napi.
Can
Go
you?
on.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so because the Nigerian government, it's not an individual, the Ghana government will take everything and do it for the Nigerians, the Nigerian government, so that they can acquire the land and the documents. So if there's any problem, then I blame the Ghanaian government for all this.
All
They know
right.
better than them. Yeah.
Welcome to the show, African Tigress. Thank you for
Hey,
coming.
sis. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So let's have your take.
So,
I know you've listened to the conversation before coming up, so just
yeah.
let's have your opinion.
So basically, what my contribution is also going to include some questions to the panelists. The first question I asked is, do the British, I believe Ghana was colonized by the British, do they still own land? Napi had mentioned that they took land by force and all that. Is that land back to the ownership of Ghanaians, or is there some land that they still own? And if I don't know, somebody in the comment section said that they still own land, so I don't know unless our panelists confirm it for us, because if at all they still own land and in the country, so why is it a problem that Nigerians own that small piece of land? And couldn't there be a way that they could like peacefully solve this? I believe, like, why do we keep fighting each other? We don't need to be fighting each other. We're brothers and sisters. I mean, we can, a lot of times we talk about this. And for Ghana, we had the year of return in Ghana, which was quite impressive and all that. And this is actually showing a negative image, which is very sad, because I've never been to Ghana, but I believe it's a very great country, one of the African countries that helped other countries fighting and gaining independence in the continent. So the land that they took by force, do they still own them? Maybe Napi or other panelists, they could help us with that.
So I said earlier that the colonizers don't have lands or they don't own any land here in Ghana because most of the lands were given out to them freely. So when we had independence and they left, everything was taken back. So we call something stool. It's a stool land. When we say stool land, it belongs to a particular family, and this particular family is the royal family. All right. So if the
Yeah.
land at Osu belongs to, let's say your surname is Tigress, then the land in Osu belongs to the Tigress family. All right. If the land of Teshi belongs to Napi, it belongs to the Napi family. All right. So when you come in power on, or when you gain a stool, that's what we say. When you gain a stool, or when you are installed, you are only entitled to the lands that is labeled as Tigers in Osu. All right. So the mistake people do is when they come in power, or they are installed as chiefs, they don't do their research. All right. They don't do their research, especially here in Accra. All they know is the land in Accra belongs to them. All they know is the land in Accra belongs to them. So with the colonizers and whatever they came to do, they left us, they left the land for us, they went back, and we took charge of our own resources. And now it has turned to something else. People are fighting over the lands. Families are fighting over lands, and so many lands have been acquired by families, and there are still problems among the Ga people. Let me say Accra. If I use Ga, I've limited it. There's problems among on land among Accra people. So when you buy land and you're not very careful, the land will be taken from you, or the land you come to realization that the land has been sold to about 4 or 5 people which you didn't even know. So before you buy a land, you need to seek permission or get a survey from Lands Commission of Ghana, not just any person, Lands Commission of Ghana. And then you take the documents from Lands Commission. When they come to survey, you take it to the chief. Then the chief will tell you this land belongs to this person, so go to this person. After you go to that person, then you come back to the chief again. Then the process will be taken from there. That's when you know that yes, I'm going for the land. Otherwise, you go straight ahead, go to the chief, get the land, start building. They will come and demolish it. They don't care
Okay.
whether you finished it or not.
All right, but from my understanding, when you talk about the high commissions and the embassies, these are places
Mm-hmm.
which are like it's like a small country. It's not a country as such, but I know when people are going to seek refuge, for instance, if I was in Kenya and maybe I talk about something and maybe that some people want me, I can seek refuge if maybe there's some diplomatic or some high commission that actually support
Mm-hmm.
what I talk about. I could seek refuge in their embassy or high commission, and the government cannot get in without permission of that embassy. They
Yes.
cannot get in to take me without permission of that. So I actually feel it
Right.
is kind of, I don't know, I feel it's kind of rude. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
it's actually destroying the diplomatic relations between the two countries. And I watched
Right.
Grace video earlier on, and unfortunately this is not the first time this thing is happening, and we really need to get this thing together. We're always talking about one Africa, one this. Even some of our presidents are also talking about one Africa, one this and one this. And if this is actually happening under their watch in their countries, then something is amiss. Basically, that
Mm-hmm.
is
You're
my take
right.
on that.
You're
All
right.
right.
You're right. That's
Thank you.
absolutely. Yeah.
We have someone as Unique Africa. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Let's have your take.
Welcome.
Thank you for thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Hearing me now?
Thank you.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm really baffled for hearing what's happening in Ghana. I'm really because this is doesn't mean that this is Africa Unite.
Please, Unique Africa, speak
As a
up.
big
Please, I
brother,
can
we
barely
Africa,
hear you. Okay, speak
as
up.
a
Be a bit louder. I can
so
barely hear you.
I say as we are. Hearing me now? I
Yes, I can hear you.
have a problem with this.
I can hear you.
You hearing? Yeah, okay. I'm really baffled about what happened. Yeah, I'm really baffled about what's happened in Ghana because something happened very, very important. As a big brother, Nigeria always endure what is happening in this world. Happen in South Africa, happen in we are one, but always Africa's country shows that we are different. How can someone attack embassy? You attack the whole country like you went to Nigeria and attack the country. That is the you can never attack embassy. You can never do that. If you can try it, why can't Ghana go and try to attack US embassy? Why can't Ghana attack another country? Because they see Nigeria can never talk, can never fight them, can never do anything. I don't know why. Envy, anytime problem, even Nigerian business that they are doing business in Ghana, they're having problem with Ghanaians. Some Nigerians, they are there in Ghana selling things and they are telling them that they are selling things cheaper. Why can't you be competitive in business? Why can't you be competitive? When you're having things in business, you have to bring your things in market. They bring their own. You have to be competitive. Sell your own. Why? If I sell my own chip, this is my own business. Ghana cannot come and tell us that what we can do. We are having this problem since over 50 years. And now till now, someone can take it. Caterpillar went to embassy with police and destroy embassy. In this one, I have never seen it. This even Israel didn't do it to Palestine. Douglas Ghana did it to Nigeria. This is very painful. It is very, very painful. How can African country did that? What type of relationship that we have? This I'm here in Europe, but when I had this thing, I'm very baffled about Ghana. How can we do such a thing? If you citizens are not happy in that country, then you went to embassy, like they attacked the Nigerian government now. That's what they did. Even the Ghanaian president called Nigerian president. I had it. He called Nigerian president. He tell him that he should apologize. This is rubbish. This type of thing cannot happen. Ghana had embassy in Abuja. Nobody will attempt in Nigeria. No one, no idiot will try to go and destroy Ghana embassy in Nigeria. Nobody do that. You can never do such a thing. Here in Germany, you can only Nigerian citizens can go to Nigerian embassy, can go do demonstration. You can never be another person to go another person's country do that kind of rubbish. When you sell somebody land, this land I had what's happening. They sell this land over 50 years. Normally Ghana used to do that. When you sell somebody land, never do such a thing. Here in Germany, you can only Nigerian citizens can go to Nigerian embassy, can go and do demonstration. You can never be another person to go another person's country. Do that kind of rubbish. When you sell somebody's land, this land I had what's happening. I'm hearing what. So you hear Ghana sell this land 50 years back. When you sell this land 50 years, then you come back, tell them that the land is expired. How can land expire after 50 years? When you own land, this is your land. You have your ownership, certificate of ownership. In Nigeria, when we sell your land, if you come from America, you come anywhere, they sell the land for you. This is your land. Nobody will ask you after 50 years, they collect it back. This is Africa. This is not America. This is not Europe. This is Africa. How can somebody sell land for you? You bought the land and they continue coming back again. After 50 years, they tell you this land is not belong to you. That is cannot happen. Is that they have the embassy? Which person will go to there and ask them to go out? Nobody will ask them. But how can Ghanaian, if you are asking year of return, asking people to come your country and you are giving people condition after 50 years, we gonna sell, you gonna collect it back. How can that happen? We can never do such a thing in Ghana. We can never do such a thing in the Ghana embassy. Nobody can attempt it in Nigeria. Please, we should respect ourselves. How can you go and destroy Nigeria embassy? This is rubbish. Like you destroy Nigeria, you went Nigeria and fight Nigeria. That's what you can do. This diplomacy is very, very critical. You need to respect country embassy. You can do it with a citizen, but you cannot do it with embassy. Embassy is a critical something, very important. Nobody can do that to Nigeria, to Ghana embassy. Yeah, that's my take, because it's very painful.
Thank you so much, Unique Africa. Um, your points are valid, and I feel like we're having these conversations not to point accusing fingers at each other, but just so that we can, as African youth, discuss. And like I said, it's all about unity. Something has happened, just like you have families. When there's an issue within a family, you hold family meetings and discuss so that issues can be resolved. You do not stop being family members because one family member has beaten the other, or one family. I had a friend who told me that she gave money to one of her sisters. Her sister told her to borrow her money. She borrowed her sister the money. She lent her sister the money. And this is going to 2 years. The sister has not paid back that money. But they are not fighting. They've not stopped being sisters. So whatever happens, I feel like we are still one Africa, and that's what we should be focused on. Yes, there are a lot of issues, like I said from the beginning, that have happened. We should just have honest conversations, because of this not the Nigerian embassy was demolished, but a building that the Nigerian embassy was building beside the High Commission, which was supposed to serve as the staff quarters of the staff of the mission, was what was pulled down by the unidentified people who claimed that the land belonged to them. Meanwhile, the Nigerian government says the land was ceded to them by the Nigerian government, by the Ghanaian government rather. And in 2000, there was a friction with regards to the land, which the Nigerian government had correspondence exchange. Then President Obasanjo was the president, and former President Rawlings was the president of Ghana. They had correspondence, and monies was paid to the Ghanaian government over that same land, you know. So my question has been, what has now happened between the time that this money was paid and now? What happened? Why are issues still coming up? And we were talking while in the course of the conversation, Napi made it clear, and Phila One also corroborated his point by saying that yes, land in Ghana is not necessarily owned by the government, but by the traditional institutions, especially lands in Accra. And I said, fair enough. In Nigeria, that's not the case. But if that's the case in Ghana, when the Ghanaian government was transacting this land business with the Nigerian government, was all of this information made available to the Nigerian government? Was it clear to the Nigerian government the terms of the business with regards to the land in question? These are the questions that we are asking, that we honestly need answers to. And the Ghanaian government has said they are investigating the matter, and they are going to definitely come up with findings to the matter and make sure that the culprits are apprehended and the right thing is done. So for me, I honestly hope that this is addressed amicably, and things are resolved. We don't need to have any sort of role. And like I said, there's no diplomatic role between Nigeria and Ghana. Everything is cordial. Everything is still very much intact as far as diplomatic relations are concerned. We are one Africa, and more so, we are one in the same ECOWAS sub-region. So there's nothing we can change about that. We just have to find a way to keep living amicably, and live in a way that is peaceful and will promote the peace and the prosperity of the ECOWAS sub-region. So that's basically what has happened, and that's been the conversation so far. And someone made a comment that I just pinned on the screen here, that the fact that in Africa, land, nobody, indigenous people can destroy a diplomatic representation. So that basically has been the point. And even the Ghanaian Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration said it, that it is the Ghanaian government does not accept that, they've condemned it, which is rightly so, and they are doing everything they can. Whatever the case was, the people involved should have found a way to seek legal redress, go to court, or do something more more diplomatically, so to say, to resolve this issue, rather than this shameful act that has been perpetrated. right? So that's the point. Fela one, you want to say something? Nappy? Okay, Nappy.
All right. So you've really spoken a lot. You said so much. Even the foreign minister, Shelley Ayakoboche, spoke about it, in not even in favor of what the people did. All right. So that means whatever the Ghanaians did to Nigerians on behalf of whatever happened, the foreign minister came to say that they didn't do it well. All right. They didn't take the safety or the law into their hands and do anything bad to what Nigerians are trying to, because we are ECOWAS community. We are all coming together as one, and this is what we are always preaching about as Africans, that we should come together as one. And if this thing is happening, and a Nigerian brother who doesn't, a lay Nigerian brother who doesn't understand so much about what is going on in Africa right now will stand somewhere and talk so bad about Ghana. And a layman in Ghana will also do the same because he or she doesn't understand what is going on in Africa at the moment. All right. So with whatever we are preaching now, and on behalf of the Ghanaian community, I stand here to say sorry to whatever is going on. And to anyone representing Africa like us, we are doing now, we should just continue on to preach the word as we are doing forever and ever. And when things get into place, we'll be praised and people will get to know us one day that we did our possible best, because videos never lie, and this thing is going to stay with us forever because videos are always there for people to see and know that yes, these people try their best. So that's what we are doing. So whoever was in charge of the demolishing the staff's apartment didn't do it well at all, at all. So, my brother, I know how you are boiling now, but we just hope things fall in place and goes in favor of you so we can get the compensation by rebuilding this apartment for you again.
Something, but he has left. Someone is Andy. Andy Kelly is telling me to stop looking for subscribers from Ghana. You see, this like the
No,
problem we
yeah,
have.
you don't understand YouTube. This Andy, if you're a Ghanaian, I think you don't understand YouTube. It's not about the subscribers. It's not about the views.
I
It's about
respect
what is
you.
going into the head. Because Virtue is talking about Ghana. Let's say when Virtue talks about what is happening in Zambia right now, and the Zambian government sees what is going on, that even Nigerians have heard what is going on and it's not right, they will stand on their feet and do what is right. Andy, it's not about views, it's not about subscribers. Please. It's about what we have to do. Because I'm a Ghanaian, I'm not supporting what they did. It's not about views and subscribers, please. It's about what we have to do to build the continent and come together as one people. Because when we come together, everything will be okay. So if she's looking for subscribers in Ghana, I don't think it's a problem. She needs people to understand what is going on in the world, all right, or in Africa as a whole. People are not traveling. People are staying in their homes. She's traveling. I'm traveling. You are traveling. So what is the problem now? We need to come together as one. So if you're talking about subscribers from Ghana, okay, we accept it, but she's preaching to the world, all right? And she's preaching to Ghanaians as well.
All right, thank you so much, Nappy. Thank you for saying that. You see, it's very funny because in December I was in Ghana, and based on this a lot of things that I made a lot of videos from Ghana, and when I put those videos up, some Nigerians actually came for me. There was a particular guy who took it personally. He insulted me. He called me a prostitute. This person doesn't know me. He doesn't. The person I'm referring to doesn't know me in person. He has never met me. Doesn't even know anything about me apart from the fact that I'm Virtue Grace and I'm on YouTube. And what was his problem with me? That I traveled to Ghana. I made videos about Ghana. I gave my honest opinions about Ghana based on my experiences in Ghana, which were, of course, positive. And so he felt like I was, you know, I was betraying Nigeria by saying all of that about Ghana. And for me, I said I make videos on YouTube and I say it as it is. Several times I've made videos about Nigeria. I've called Nigeria out several times about issues, the way they've handled the coronavirus. I've talked about it. You know, I don't feel the need to quote anything. So when it's good, I say it. When it's bad, I say it. And I say that because for any people to progress, it's important that you have those difficult conversations that ordinarily people would not want to have. You cannot move forward and you are not addressing some of the things that are probably holding you back. So I talk, even Zambia, I've talked about Zambia several times on my channel. No Zambian has felt crossed or come to say, Virtue Grace, why are you talking about Zambia? Why are you saying this? Because we cannot be on YouTube and be claiming that we are promoting African unity and then something like this happens and we keep quiet about it. No. People are definitely reading things on social media, on media all over. And if these things are not okay, I didn't understand the land tenure issue in Ghana until Napi and Faila One have come up here to explain it clearly that this is how land operates in Ghana, which is different from what happens in Nigeria. In Nigeria, the moment you buy a land, that land, like I said, belongs to you. Nobody is ever going to come back to you to tell you that, give me this land. You understand? It is yours. You've paid for it. So, but you're saying that's not the case. In Ghana, you can buy a house, but the land does not belong to you, even though the house is sitting on that land. So it's important we have this conversation. If I'm looking for subscribers, I know the kind of sweet things that we make videos and talk about Ghana, that Ghanaians will feel excited about and subscribe. It's not about that. It's about being honest to ourselves as Africans and having these conversations that people will feel bad about, and it will get us to think. If we are having these issues, then it's important that we put our house as Africans together. We cannot be fighting and complaining that China this, China that, and then we are turning back to do this to ourselves. It's just unthinkable. It shouldn't even be done, it shouldn't be heard of. So welcome to the show. First let's have Etty. Etty, you're welcome. Let's have you contribute before we have floor.
Good evening.
So
Can you hear
yeah,
me?
yeah, I can hear you. Just speak up. Speak up louder.
All right. I'm going to be very, very audible. I just want to make a few contributions. I've followed this story very, very well from the Ghana perspective and also from the Nigerian perspective. I've also listened to the Nigerian Foreign Affairs Ministry. What actually happened, I'm going to speak from the Nigerian side, was that, like you said, let me give you as an example. From the Vienna Convention Charter, when an embassy is trying to get a land from a country, now embassies don't deal with an individual. It is done on a government-to-government basis. So, like if the US want to open an embassy in Nigeria, they don't have to buy the land from an individual. They come to the Nigerian government and say that they need a land. The Nigerian government will now give them a land. So the transaction is done between both governments. And that was what the Nigerian government did with the Ghanaian government. So if you know the process of getting a land in Ghana, then every mature person in Ghana should know the process of getting a land. So if the Nigerian government had approached the Ghanaian government to get a land, the Ghanaian government should have known the process of getting a land. And the Nigerian government actually paid, I think, 50 million cedis to the Ghana government to get the land. And this is what I'm trying to say, that let's try not to, because if you don't know your history, you will not know your future. And if you don't accept your mistake, you can never do right because you don't know where you are falling. Let's not beat about the bush, or let's not try to sugarcoat this. This is a very big. I'm hearing Virtue saying that it's a big disgrace on Nigeria and Ghana. It is not a disgrace. It is a disgrace on the aspect of Nigeria just because this has happened to Nigeria. But it's a bigger disgrace on Ghana because it shows that the government does not have grip on how country is run. Let me give you an example. I'm based in the UK, but I spend most of my time in Nigeria. Now, I've been to most of the embassies in Nigeria. As a Nigerian, You cannot enter any embassy or approach, not even enter, approach any embassy, any country embassy in Nigeria. I'm not saying entering, approach, because every embassy in Nigeria, I've been to like 6 or 7 embassies that I've gone for interview in Nigeria. Every embassy is heavily guarded by the Nigerian security, heavily guarded. You cannot even approach. I'm not talking about entering. Approach. By the time you are like 5 feet away from the embassy, they ask you, what is your mission? And if you don't have an appointment, you are turned back. So this is a very big indictment on the Ghana government, the way this issue has been handled, because it shows that they didn't provide adequate protection. Now, this can lead to a very serious diplomatic relation between Nigeria and Ghana. It's just that the president we have is a soft president. If it was some former president we have, I'm telling you that by now, the Nigerian High Commission in Nigeria would have been recalled, and the lot of Ghana would have been sent back, just to send a message, because it's very wrong. I'm just thinking, let's put it in the reverse case. If this has happened to the Ghana embassy in Nigeria, if this has happened to the two, how would you have felt? Will you have said, oh, this is how the land issue is done here in Nigeria? You won't take that. It is a slap on the face of a country. Now, what I'm trying to tell you that even if this current government does not take action, I'm telling you that the future government is going to take action on this. If Ghana does not investigate this, because I've interacted with so many Nigerians, I can tell you that 99.9% of Nigerians are not happy. So even if the government does not take action, the people might decide to take action, which I'm just telling you what the field of people have reasoned with. Now, I'm going to talk about something. I've listened, I'm not a YouTube person, but I've been on this Virtues YouTube. I begin to listen to much YouTube. We'll talk about African integration, African unity. I can tell you that there's nothing like unity in Africa. Let's just be sincere with ourselves, because if we cannot be sincere with ourselves, then we are lying to ourselves. Let me give you an example. Let's look at the xenophobic attack that happened in South Africa. It was targeted at Nigerians, Ghanaians, Zimbabweans. So as I am now, I'm just saying as an individual, I can never go to South Africa. Never, because of what I've seen there. Because I'm thinking I might be there and this will happen and I can lose my life. Well, because we are talking about African integration, African unity. Now, I'm going to give you another example. You see, in Ghana, they have a policy that a foreigner cannot do any retail business. In Ghana, you can't do. Now, I know so many Ghanaian and Nigerians that are doing business there. Their shop, most of them, their shop has been locked for like 6 months, because the law in Ghana says that a foreigner cannot do retail business in so they lock most of Nigerian shops. Now, let's come to that. What does the African Union Charter says? There should be freedom of what? There should be freedom of movement and trade. Now, I'm not saying that Ghana is not right to do that. If they decide to do that, that is good for them. But let's assume that they are saying that no, because somebody was saying today, I was watching the news, a man was saying that they will ask most Nigerian businessmen to do foreign passports. So as a Nigerian in Ghana, you are regarded as a foreigner, and you have to pay money to get a foreign passport, maybe for accountability purpose. So if we look at that now, do you say that there's unity in Africa? Let's assume that Nigeria decides to reciprocate and say, okay, if you say that Nigerians should not do retail business in Ghana, okay, let Ghanaians that are in Nigeria, because I know I've hired a lot of Ghanaian artisans as painters in my building to paint and then do some bricklayer. A lot of them are in Nigeria. So let's assume Nigeria now say, okay, let's reciprocate and say, no Ghana should be an artisan in Nigeria or do retail business. How would that look like? So this issue where we're talking about African unity, we should start practicing it and not preach it. We preach it, but we don't practice it. Nigerians are killed in South Africans, Ghanaians are killed in South Africans, Ghanaians are killed in Zimbabweans, in Ghana, they are kicking Nigerian trader out. Where is the unity? I think it is time we start being sincere to ourselves and know that if we are talking about unity, we should start preaching it. Because for me, I don't see any unity in Africa. As I am now, to tell you the truth, I can't invest my money in most African countries. I won't, because I don't know what will happen tomorrow. They'll just get up and say Nigeria and leave. So I tend to invest my money more in my country, where I know that my investment is safe, my life is safe, my family can be safe. So if we are talking about African unity, we should start practicing it and stop preaching it. It's not just preaching it. We should start practicing it. I think that's what I have to say about it. But this is I think the Ghanaian government needs to take a decisive step on this. It's not just about apology, but they need to take a decisive that every corporate should be arrested and that building should be built. That's what I have to add to it.
Thank you for your contribution. Sorry, I got up. Floor has been in the waiting, so you have the floor now. Floor, let's have your take.
You muted me. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. I wasn't even planning to take part in this conversation today because, I mean, it was beyond words. But Philo One and Nappy Briggs, I'm not happy with the two of you at all, because when I was hearing the way in which you were trying to justify and excuse the land thing, it is none of the Nigerian government's business. For air and yeah, at all. I can speak your language because I have Ghanaian family members. And yeah, at all, the way you're doing it, because this thing that whoever has done is actually an act of war. My father used to be a diplomat, so I know that when you do that, it's an act of war. You are looking for trouble. And then you people are trying to justify that when some chief in some village sitting on some stool actually owns that property. It is none of the Nigerian government's business. They paid 50 million cedis for it. So basically what you are saying on air is that you are insinuating that the Ghanaian government defrauded the Nigerian government, by taking 50 million for somebody else's land and did not pay the recipient of the land. That's basically what you're saying. No, because this thing is not nice. Imagine that there were some residents in that property. Imagine that there were some residents in that property and they killed people. This thing would have turned into a major murder. It's not nice to come and justify things like that. Please, you are major YouTubers. Use your influence to find out from your own people who did this, because it's not nice. Nigeria is responsible for 71% of the economy of Ghana. When are you going to leave this Ghana must go attitude? When are you going to leave it? This happened in the 70s. Ghana must go. Now we are the new generation trying to settle things that our ancestors could not settle. But yet you have the audacity to come and sit on virtue braces, resource, to come and justify the reason why this thing has now happened, because it belongs to which chief? That chief, or a new human being? Is he a dog or is he a human being? Huh? So if somebody has taken his land, he could have come to make a formal complaint to the Nigerian government to at least let them know that a fraud may have been perpetrated against them. Then after that, you go to your Ghana government now to go and make your formal complaints, and you file it in court. Even somebody who lives in the deepest, darkest village of Africa knows the procedure. No, you have to control what you are saying, because you are actually saying by implication, from what you are saying, by implication, Napi and Fido, that the Ghanaian government defrauded the Nigerian government. That's what you are saying. That's not cool. Please, that's not cool. Don't use your YouTube to be doing that. And I don't know about African unity. It's not my business. Anyway, I don't really care. I take people the way they treat me, to be very honest. Yeah. There's some people I can't stand, because when Jesus came to earth, he taught people discernment. Yeah. Okay. So we can't love everybody, and not everybody loves Jesus. So let's not lie to each other about African unity. But this thing is a very serious thing. It's an act of war. I'm a child of a diplomat. I know that it's an act of war. And this thing turned very serious. We've already got enough problem with COVID-19. There's going to be, mark my words, there's going to be retaliation for COVID-19 because it's a biochemical weapon. And I'm pretty sure that Donald Trump will retaliate somewhere along the line. So our problems are not over. So please, when you use Virtue Grace's or anybody's resource, be very careful how you try to excuse stupid behavior. Because what South Africa did, the South Africans, do they know that during the time of apartheid, what we, the black people, including Nigerians, Ghanaians from all over the world, did to get them the freedom? I'll tell you what we did. Yeah, we boycotted Barclays Bank for them. You understand? We boycotted Barclays Bank, and that's how we got those people to get their freedom. You understand? Yeah, and then these bastards go to get their freedom, and the first thing they can do is kill any foreigner that comes to set up business there. I am not happy with that at all. So please don't set me on fire. Grace, I beg, sorry, but that's all I wanted to say. Have a good evening.
Thank you for that. I think what Nappy and Phila have done on the show today is really not, for me, they didn't do anything out of point. What they've done basically so far is to give us perspective to, insight into what is obtainable in Ghana as far as land ownership is concerned. So for me, like I said, I didn't know how land ownership plays out in Ghana until Nappy and Phila came on the show to explain this. And I appreciate them so much for what they said, because based on what they've said, now it's clear that there was a disconnect between the Nigerian government, the Ghanaian government, and the people in between. Excuse me, just like Nappy and Phila have explained, that land in Ghana is owned by traditional institutions. The government of Ghana does not necessarily have a hold on land in Ghana. So if the Nigerian government paid the Ghanaian government money, like they've said, for that said portion of land that is now disputed, then there's a problem, which we all agreed that then there's a problem. The Ghanaian government probably did not communicate with the Nigerian government effectively, or did they do that? We're asking the question. So for me, I think what Nappy and Phila have done tonight is excellent, and I appreciate them for that, for giving us the insight and perspectives into how land ownership plays out in Ghana. They've explained to us that you could buy a house on the land, but the land does not belong to you. The land belongs to the government, right? So I understand that. So now we are trying to make sense of the situation. If that's the case, so how did the transaction go between the Nigerian government and the Ghanaian government? Because just like the Vienna Charter says, the government of the receiving or of the host country is responsible for assisting the foreign mission to assess properties that they would use for their diplomatic mission in that receiving country. So if the Ghanaian government helped the Nigerian government to get this land that was obviously ceded to them, but their issues are coming up, then there's clearly something not right, and that's what we've all established there. And then we are trying to make sense of it, and we have all agreed. Nappy and Phila have all agreed that yes, what those people did is wrong. And Nappy apologized on behalf of Ghanaians that yes, it is wrong. Those individuals shouldn't have gone to that property to demolish it, and it's wrong. They admitted it. So you probably joined when they were explaining how the land tenure and land ownership goes in Ghana. And so yeah, just so we understand, they are not supporting the people who carried out that act, and clearly the Ghanaian government is not involved in this. Like I said, the Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration also spoke and said the Ghanaian government is not involved in this. Although a lot of people have asked questions that where was the police? A lot of people have been asking the question in the chat room, where was the Ghana police when this was going on? That the embassy, the foreign mission, the Nigerian foreign mission staff called them, but they didn't come up. They didn't come on time to intervene in the situation until they eventually came, but did not take decisive action. So many questions need to be answered. And I'm glad that the Ghanaian government said they're investigating the matter. And I'm sure by now the findings should be out, because they said they were going to put the findings out by close of business today. So I'm looking forward to the report of their finding. Yana, you want to say something?
Yeah, our sister came in and she's our mother, she's our sister, aunt, well, but she came in boiling. You feel me? And I didn't mention that the Ghanaian government duped or frauded the Nigerian government. You feel me? I said the Ghanaian government don't know anything about what went on because this is a diplomatic thing, and whatever went on about purchasing the land went on between the Ghanaian government and the Nigerian government. But the Nigerian government, if the Nigerian government is purchasing a land from Ghanaian government, they don't know much about what to do and how to get it. They'll put everything in the hands of Ghanaian government, and Ghanaian government will do everything for them. Then they'll come with a document. This is your land. So that was what I was explaining. But I didn't say the Ghanaian government duped the Nigerian government 50 million. So she came out boiling, but she said the right thing. We accept it because it's we are sharing ideas, and she should know that she used some words which was not really proper here on the internet. She was like, it means she doesn't, it's okay, let's leave that. But she's our mother, she's our sister, she's our aunt. We accept whatever she said. I accept my mistakes. And if I didn't speak well, I didn't speak well. I accept it. But certain words she used here, I'm so sorry, that was not appropriate.
One, it
Okay,
seems like
so
yes.
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Oh, okay, so like as my brother Nappy said, like she came in boiling and all that, but then we never mentioned that Ghana government duped the Nigerian government for that particular kind of money. And besides, we were not talking about money here because none of us here saw money being signed. It was said in the air. Who knows whether it was true or not? You get me? So we are just trying to explain what a person should do in Ghana to acquire a land. You feel me? So no matter who you are, at least you need someone. You need someone to assist you. And besides, to me, I heard I heard it's been heard that the chief told the high commissioner to come so that they talk, and he never went. I wanna know from here, if it is so, did the Nigerian high commissioner ever notify the Ghana government that this is what is happening? Because before, earlier I said that this is something which has gone on for like almost 2 years now. It's not something which is just a day or two thing. I hope you get me. So if there are any reports that he made to the government previous times that we never knew about it, then we need to know. Because if today, if that building was not demolished, like nobody will know that this was actually happening. Like me and you here will never know that it was an Osu land that this particular thing was really happening on it. I hope you get me. So we are just here. If
Yes,
we
because
said
for me,
something which
all
is,
we know is Nigeria, the land was ceded to Nigeria by the Ghanaian government, and it's an international relations affair. So I don't you like you said, we also have family lands in Nigeria. We have family lands, but when a land is sold to the person, the land no longer. I think I made a video previously about before you sell your land to Chinese. I made a video about that. I talked about land issue as far as land in Nigeria is concerned. The fact that when you sell your land to an individual, automatically you seize ownership of that land. As far as Nigeria is concerned, the land belongs to that person moving forward. Whatever the person wants to do on that land, the person does with that land. You get. And as far as you transact that
yeah,
business between you and I, Nobody else can come to lay claim on that land and say this land is the person's land. You've bought it, you have your documentation. Okay. So now the question is,
Yeah.
does the Nigerian government have documentation to lay claim to this land as theirs? That's another thing. This other person, this other chief that is claiming that the land belongs to him, does he have documents to claim that this land belongs to him? What legal actions did he take to
Exactly.
seek redress and reclaim this land from him? Those are the from the Nigerian government. Those are the questions that we've been asking that we've just feel we need answers to. I know some people might say, well, but you're asking, the government is not here, but this is a document. Like this is something that will go up there. History will people will eventually stumble on this, and okay, we can find answers. Some people will provide the answers that we need. Who knows, it might make its way to the ears of our leaders both in Ghana and Nigeria, and they'll be able to give us answers. These are the questions that citizens are asking. Even in the video, when I made a video, I said that we need explanations, we need answers from both governments. I said it, and I'm saying it again. I'm not blaming, I'm not trying to cast blame. Yes, I will apportion blame where necessary in the fact that the Ghanaian government dropped the ball in the aspect of security, which we have all admitted. So I'm not going to overflog that. Clearly, the government was supposed to secure the lives and properties of every foreign mission, including the Nigerian one, which of course they did not. And this eventually happened. We've all agreed. But then how can we move forward from there? The Ghanaian government said they're investigating the matter. They will make sure the perpetrators, the culprits are brought to, to account. Napi, you want to say
Yeah.
something? Oh, okay, Philawani.
All right. So people say the was the embassy. No, it wasn't the embassy. It was an apartment for the staff, which wasn't on the same land on the embassy's land. Right? It's behind it. Like that side is not walled. It's not fenced. But the embassy of Nigeria, the High Commission of Nigeria itself, representing Nigeria in Ghana, it's walled. It's fenced. So people are saying, how did they get access to enter that side? That apartment they are building for the staff is not fenced. They should know that it's not fenced. That's what I want to put across. So that's how they got to enter. Yeah. And it's not the embassy itself that they went to demolish. So who may know? Maybe when they went to demolish, they didn't even know that it was a staff building or apartment for the High Commission. You understand? Somebody may think, oh, the person who led the team to demolish that place may think even it's just a mere apartment that they went to demolish. You feel me? So people shouldn't be there, especially what happened, be boiling, saying the Ghanaian government. We are trying to put things together as Africa, as one people. So if you come here boiling and all that, putting on some curse words and all that, it's going to still cause confusion because we are not. Grace Virtue is a sister. She's Nigerian. I'm Ghanaian. She came to Ghana. She saw how Ghana was. Ghana is so peaceful. Ghana is amazing, and she loves it. She started showing pictures of Ghana to the world. People in Nigeria who have never seen Ghana before saw it through her lens and they loved it. So if things are happening like this, we are trying to resolve it. There was a problem between Ghana and Nigeria some years back, which was so bad. Like it was really bad. It got so many people homeless, so many Ghanaians homeless. All right. So if things are happening like this, it will recall, like it's going to recall so many bad things that happened years back. You feel me? So we should just try as much as possible and stay together as one people, like as one people, as we are trying to do always. All right. So if people come on here boiling, talking so much, blah blah blah, we are human beings. We make mistakes. So whatever you take time, talk to us. We accept our mistakes and correct ourselves. That is it. That is it. I wish I will have the sister's um, email address and talk to her. I really want to listen to her. I really want to listen to her
Yeah.
advices because yeah, she was so hot. Yeah, she came in hot, so hot. I feel so bad about that. because I feel like I
She's in
said
the chat
something
room. She
wrong.
can hear you.
Yeah, if can you yeah, she can send me an email or give me her email address so that I can contact her and I'll talk to her. I really want to listen to her. I really want to listen to her. Yeah, so my email address is NAPPIE. Grace, can you put it in there? Because I'm using a phone, I can't type it.
Okay.
N
Let
A
me say NAPPIE.
PPIE BRIGGS.
Happy Briggs.
Yes, all together 50 at gmail.com. 50 at gmail.com.
50
I,
at Gmail.
Gmail.com.
gmail.com. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so she can contact me, then yeah, we'll take it from there. 'Cause I really want to listen to her. Yeah, maybe there's yes, I'm still learning. There's so many things I don't know. There's so many things I don't know, so I'm ready to learn.
She has also sent her email, Nappy.
Yes, yes, yes.
Do you have a bylaws?
Uh, Hold on. Yeah, pin it so I can have it here. Yeah, my internet is my laptop is bad. It's gone off. Sorry. Okay. All right. So I'm typing it here. A minute, please. Flurry.
Okay, so while Nappy is typing, I'm just trying to look at the comments, and someone says, appreciate the dialogue. It's important as Africans understand each other. Exactly. That's exactly why we are doing this. It's important for us to understand each other. And this conversation to me has also enlightened me on the land issue in Ghana. And now I know better. I know if one day I'm going to buy a land in Ghana, then I have to do proper due diligence. At least I have 2 brothers, 3, 4, and some sisters, 5. I'm counting plus the ones that are not on the panel in my head. So I have people to consult who will give me the right information in order to avoid any ugly, outcome that might happen eventually. We're Africans, Ghanaians and Nigerians. It's sad that this is happening, really, because look at the movie industry, Nollywood. There was a time that a lot of Ghanaians were in Nollywood acting, and we were all just watching. We didn't even know that merger. There was no distinction between this one is Ghanaian or this one is Nigerian. We were all just enjoying entertainment coming from both Ghanaian talents and Nigerian talents, and we were all enjoying it. Gollywood was booming, Nollywood was booming. We still have a lot of Ghanaian actors who still act Nigerian movies, Nigerian actors who still act Ghanaian movies. So I honestly don't know why some of these things happen. And looking at the chat room, some of the animosity that is just there, I honestly can't explain it. Some people are still trying to throw insultive comments in the chat room here and say all sort of things.
Yeah.
We cannot move
Yeah.
on like this. Honestly, we can't move on if we continue with this hate and this bitterness. I don't know. It's uncalled for. If we cannot unite as one people, then it's unfortunate. The West and the rest of the world will continue to treat us less than human. We will shout Black Lives Matter all we want. It will never matter. If it's not going to matter, if our properties will not matter, if we cannot unite, even right here in Africa as Africans, no, it won't happen. It won't, you know.
Yeah, my last words before I go. I don't know what time you are ending. I have to go find something to eat. Your boy is hungry. I need to go and
Okay,
make eba.
of course. You've been on
Yeah.
for at
So,
least 2 hours. I appreciate. Yeah, so let
yeah,
me
two
hear.
hours. Yeah, yeah. All right. So to the people out there, to our Nigerian brothers and sisters, mothers, aunties, uncles, wherever you find yourself and you're a Nigerian, and remember, you are African, representing wherever you are. You are not a Nigerian in the US. You are an African, right? So we are trying our best to preach, but we have preached enough. Now it's left with us to act. It's left with us to act. We should be proud of ourselves. So wherever we find ourselves in the world, we should tell the people or let them know that we are proud of where we are from. So with the petty fights, petty insults, petty curses, even Africans who live in the diaspora, let's say Nigerians meet and they pass by each other. They feel like they don't even know each other. Ghanaians living in the US see each other in the supermarket. They will never talk to each other. This one will talk to you in Cree and you will say that I don't even understand Cree. You feel me? Let these things stop. Let this thing stop. Yeah, it really happens.
Yeah.
Even here in Ghana, yes, even here in Ghana, the rich people have separated themselves. Some have separated themselves from people. Because yeah, if you see them, you say, "Oh my," you talk to them, I can't speak Tree. It's so painful. It's so painful. And to my Ghanaian brothers, because in Amin Shamopa, thank you so much for staying tuned, and you've done so well. And to everyone who stayed tuned, I'm going to say bye bye for now. I know you guys know I have a YouTube channel as well, so you can subscribe to my channel. Virtue Grace has been doing an amazing job. I know if the borders are opened, they're going to do massive things together. So let's just stay tuned, keep watching, and we are going to bring so much things to you. All right. Ghana is a very peaceful country. Nigeria is a very peaceful country. Any other African country is a very peaceful country. So if you want to come to Ghana, just come. You will love it. You will just love it. You don't see whatever is going on in the internet. There are problems underground that are being solved. So just come, just see for yourself before you start reacting. All right. So thank you so much for having me. Grace you, Falawan, Flory, Edit. African Tigers, the others that came through. Thank you so much for coming through, and we really appreciate the love and support you guys show us always. I'm going to say peace out for now.
Nappy, before you go, fam, please go
Okay,
subscribe to Nappy's channel. Nappy is amazing.
thank you so
Like I
much.
said, he showcases Ghana, he showcases Africa in very positive light. He travels around Africa. I was in Ghana. He did amazing. He picked me up from the airport. He fed me. He took me to my. Incidentally, the community I stayed was in the same community with the Osumanche. Just my apartment was very close to the Osumanche's palace.
You shared wall. In fact, you are living in the Manchester house.
I was living in the Manchester house. So you see,
Yeah,
so go subscribe to Nappy's channel, support Nappy.
thank
Nappy,
you. I really appreciate it.
he has given so
Uh,
much insight today on this panel. I appreciate you so much, Nappy. Before you go, drop the link to your channel so that they can link it from here.
okay,
Yes.
the name to my channel is Nappy Breaks, Nappie. I have to go as a guest again, as a viewer, so
Okay.
that I can type it in and put a
Okay.
link
Okay.
there.
Fine.
Because my
All right.
computer is
So do
off.
that.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do that.
So
Do
I'll do
that.
that as soon as possible. Yeah.
All
Thank you so
right.
much, Grace.
You're welcome, Nappy.
Darren,
Thank
I
you.
see you. I see you, Darren.
Oh, all right. Philer one, we are here together now. So someone asked a question in the chat room saying, "Can someone here tell me who is Nigerian and who is Ghanaian?" And exactly what we always say, because when the outside world sees us, the outside world sees us as black people, as Africans. They do not know who is Nigerian or Ghanaian. You understand? It is
Yeah.
we now that have these divisive sentiments amongst us. Oh, these Ghanaians are this, Nigerians are this, these are that. So it's just so unnecessary. When you look at when you look at a black person, you do not know who is Nigerian or who is Ghanaian. So welcome on the show,
You know,
Rocky.
um,
Hey,
I would just say that a Ghanaian and a Nigerian, we know ourselves and nobody knows us. You get me? We are one. Wherever we appear, nobody knows who is a Nigerian and then who is a Ghanaian actually until one person says, okay, this is where I am, this is where I'm from, and this is where I'm also coming from. But the fact of the matter is, we are all Africans in this continent, and then to me, I don't see that we have a Nigerian and then we have a Ghanaian, unless you tell me that, oh, this is where I'm coming from. But to me, we are all Africans, and uh, we are blacks, and we are all Africans. That is what I would say to any other person out there. So no one should be like, this is a Ghanaian and this is a Nigerian. When people start to do that, then it begins to bring some little bit of conflict and other stuffs, which is actually not really good. Like,
what just happened, and then we are here to talk about it, is that, this is just a little mistake that happens. Even in a family, things happen, worse things happen than this. In a society, worse things happen than this. In other countries, worse things happen than this. You get me? We can see both superior countries and advanced countries, and other supremacies challenging themselves in a lot of what dimensions, through technology, through agriculture, economy, and all sort of things. So I think this shouldn't be something that is really gonna give these two neighboring countries a headache. If we can't handle this, and what would be the next issue if something bigger than this comes up? I hope you get me. So this should be something we need to really calm down and know which is which. Then we can settle this particular matter. But just like what we've said before in previous words and the previous minutes ago, I would just say that we were here to explain what you need to do to gain a land in Ghana, this particular country. And bear in mind that in every country that you go to, they have their procedure of what they do things. Bear in mind, Ghana constitution is never the same as Nigerian's constitution, and Nigerian's constitution will never be the same as what South African constitution. No country's constitution is the same, but we have some petty things you can point out that they look the same, and every country has a way of doing their own thing. So when you find yourself in a country, you really need to do more of investigation. It doesn't matter whether the person giving you the opportunity is your brother or your auntie or whoever it is. Me right now, when I go to a place like Nigeria, and then my Nigerian family is giving me a land, I also need to do my checks. I also need to assist myself and find out some petty things which I need to know. You can't just say that, okay, a government have given me something, so let me just go ahead and do what I want to do. No, it's never done that way. And with people watching this particular video, I want to tell them that it is not actually the High Commission building. It was just a land that they were building on it, just like what my brother Napi said. So no one should get it wrong. And for more details, if you really want to know, we were here to explain things to you so that you can get it familiar. If you really don't get anything, you can come to Ghana Web, and then there are some details there which you can also feed your brain with it. But the truth of the matter, some of the things we say here, we mind the way we put it, because it's not everything that you can go directly to it. You can be at the back of your computer, and then a national security will just come and pick you away. You get me? So we are very careful of some of the things we used to say. Like the other lady was saying that we are here trying to say that the Ghanaian government defrauded. No, we didn't say anything like that, and nothing like that was in the conversation. You get me? So if you are here that you've really watched this video, I would say thank you so much. And I also thank Virtue Grace for this opportunity, for us to explain some similar things to your viewers, for them to really understand. Because a lot of people may not know, we have a lot of diasporans out there who wants to come and purchase land in Ghana. And this is not the first time you've made a video on how to acquire land in Ghana here. Napi Bricks has done it so many times. So actually just follow the procedure and make sure everything is 100% right before you make a move. This is what I will really tell people. And one thing people don't know in Ghana here is that the government doesn't have a land. This is what people don't know. We have lands that we call it state land, which do not belong to anyone in the country. not even the government, not even the stood whatever. Do you get me? Aside that, the government with the examples I'm giving, places like the rainforest where we have timbers and other stuff, those lands are not meant for anybody. It is just a state land. Nobody, it doesn't belongs to anybody. Do you get me? But there are some particular lands in some areas where you yourself, when someone takes you there and say, no, I want to give you a land, you yourself, you know that no, this land belongs to someone. Do you get me? When you take me to a forest and you want to give me a land there, I'll actually know that this land doesn't belong to anyone. It's for what? A state. But where you when you came to Ghana, you know where you slept. You've been to some areas in Ghana here, and when someone is giving you a land in such areas, you yourself, your conscience will tell you where and who that land belongs to. At least you will know that this is a property of someone. You really need to do more of investigation. And I want to take this opportunity to apologize to anyone out there that we are so sorry for something like this happening, and we are just sorry, and things will be in place. You know, justice will be prevailed. So if anyone is here, we want to say we are sorry, and just forgive us, and we'll take things in action to know who did that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Failawan, my brother. Thank you. Rocky, you're welcome to the show. Thank you for staying by. Let's have your contribution.
um, about the land issue. So one good thing that our first president did for Ghana was, I mean, even before Ghana became an independent country, was I
Are
don't
you
know much
Ghanaian?
about
Sorry for
the
interrupting. Are you
history about the
Ghanaian?
land. Yeah, yeah, I said it in my introduction. I'm a Ghanaian myself. So one good thing our leaders, our founders did was to kind of put the land in the hands of the chiefs. In so doing, just to secure the land. Like there's a whole history about it, which I haven't read much about. But this issue has also become like a curse to us, because like government after government having like really lays down or having enforced the laws of the land when it comes to land issues. Example, like I bought a land myself like 5 years ago, started building on it. So-called land guards came, demolished everything, and I had to rebuild it. So like it's like double work. I paid a huge sums of money, worked my ass off, and I'm still rebuilding it. So I'm actually amazed that like a diplomatic mission like going on, and there's no like the president of Ghana is not coming out being more outspoken about this issue, because this is very issue, very serious issue. Just like the woman from London called in, this is an act of war. This is really an act of war. There's no way, if it has been like the Chinese government. I know you guys are saying it's not what do you call it, the embassy itself, but it's still like a property of the Nigerian government. If it was the US government, if it was the Russian government, if it was any Western country, there's no way the president of Ghana wouldn't have come in front of the cameras, condemn this. I know the foreign minister have, like, I felt very ashamed. I felt very ashamed, and we keep on talking. Ghana is trying to be like, the gateway of Africa and all that. This is something that the president of Ghana is supposed to come in front of the cameras to condemn it. It was very embarrassing to I just saw it on the news this morning, and I was like, what the heck? So I wish like the president of Ghana will come in front of the cameras and condemn this. And I know, like, your guys are trying to, but like you need like a real expert to talk about land issues in Ghana. It's a very like serious issue, very serious issue, especially in Accra. Not so like, outside of Accra, because again, the other regions are not hot right now like Accra. It's like everybody, all the diaspora is coming. Everybody want to stay in Accra, obviously, because Accra being the capital city and all that. But like, it's something that like the government, and I hope they are gonna use this as a lesson to enact some serious laws, because like it's very frustrating. Like, I'm trying to buy like 100-acre land, trying to start, they call it rubber plantation, whatever. There's a whole series of issues going on trying to acquire the land. So land issues in Ghana is a very complicated thing, and I hope like the government will have some balls in enacting some laws, rather than having some random people called like land guards just breaking people, extorting money from people who are already building. I've heard even if you have all the paperwork, they still will come on your land trying to, get some money. So that was a very low blow for Ghanaians, and I'm very ashamed this thing happened. So that's all I have to say. I wish you can get like an expert though when it comes to, because it's very sensitive issue, and I know like the guys were trying to explain it, but like I said, I don't know much about the land issues, but that I know there's a history behind it. The reason why like the chiefs own the land instead of like the government, and this was so, from what I learned, it was supposed to be done just to avoid the colonizers, like having like ownership to the lands in Ghana. So that's all I have to say.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution. And sorry that your property got demolished. And it's unfortunate that that's happening. And I like to take it from the point where you said you hope that this incident would prompt the Ghanaian government to enact serious laws with regards to land issue in Ghana. I think it needs some reforms, like you've said. It's something that the Ghanaian government needs to look into, because just like you said, Ghana is trying to be the gateway to Africa, the year of return and all of the international um, programs that the Ghanaian government is launching. It's not this does not portray Ghana in the positive light that it ought to. Like you said, it's a shame. It's a shame. And regardless of how people feel about it, there's no excuse for this singular action by whoever the person in question is. Individuals are not above the laws of the countries. Everyone is subject to the laws of the country, and whatever situation you find yourself in as an individual, if you feel disgruntled, there are laid down procedures in every country that citizens can use to seek redress when they feel disgruntled. So that's what should have done, instead of taking the laws into their hands and doing what they did. So I strongly agree that the Ghanaian government needs some serious land reforms that probably will have to do with enacting laws to address all of that. So, um, thank you for that contribution. Someone was asking for the link to come up on the show, so I'm dropping it again. You can click on it and join. Just like we are saying, yes, this is unacceptable, but we are all just waiting that our governments will take action. And because we are youth, we are the future of Africa, we are having these conversations saying that we are all about peace and unity. We are not about reprisals and all. But a lot of people feel really disgruntled and feel very, bad about the incident here in Nigeria. A lot of people have been, talking badly about it. But we are not about, retaliation and all of that. We just want the right thing to be done. If the Ghanaian government will investigate the matter and take decisive actions, that's okay, that's acceptable. Or we just want to see that matters are addressed and justice is served, so that this international shame is managed in a way that does not breach the unity and diplomatic relationship that both governments have. That's what we are talking about. File one.
You know, some of these things, it doesn't look like sometimes we don't know, but I would always say there are some certain things which can be say on cameras sometimes because when you talk and you don't talk well, it becomes a big issue. I hope you get me. Yeah, when you say something and you don't say it well, it becomes a big issue. So with that, we would always advise people to do more of research and find a good source from the government, and then they will know their way out. That will be the best. But for now, we were just discussing on what should have been done. This is what we are talking about, not the fact. We are talking about what is supposed to be done when you need a land here, and we didn't categorize it to that level of diplomacy. You know, even as a diplomat, when you need something from a country, it's not just the government alone you consult. So that is why we are saying that our government did a little bit of mistake, which maybe communication couldn't go that well. I stand to be corrected in that position. So uh, I would say thank you for allowing me to also share my ideas on this platform, and uh, thanks to anyone also appreciating what I have really spoke about over here. And before I would actually leave, I would allow and say to people that they should keep supporting your channel, and you've really done a good job by giving us this opportunity for people to speak, because I have seen that, yeah, the numbers keep increasing and people are really watching, and I'm really proud of that. You know, Africa is one, and we are here, nobody knows where we come from until we say we are coming from here, we are coming from here. I hope you get me. In all, we are all Africans and we are all blacks. We come from one continent. So this shouldn't be a big that really gonna head people. Head people. So let's just take things slow, and things will be in place as I said. And before that, I would also ask people to also support me as usual on my channel. And then because of the lockdown, I would say things are getting being slowed in my position here. But as time goes on, there are a lot of things I'm bringing up that it's quite interesting for you to understand some certain things in this particular country. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Philo One. Thank you so much for your um rich contributions tonight. I really appreciate. I extended this invitation to you today and to Napi. It was this evening, but two of you made time to be here. I just wanted us to have a sort of balanced perspectives as far as this matter is concerned. I didn't want to just come here and talk and talk based on the side of Nigeria alone. I wanted to give my Ghanaian people the platform to also speak on this matter. And I'm glad that you came. So thank you so much. Fam, like he has said, he has a YouTube channel. He was here on Sunday. We had very interesting conversation with regards to investment. So this has also brought new insights to, the land issue in Ghana. Many people were saying they want to buy land in Africa, come back. So this has brought the opportunity for us to discuss land issues in Ghana, so that when you are planning to buy, you know where to go seek information and to do your due diligence in order to avoid issues. So before he goes, go support his channel as well. For those of you who were not in the stream last week, One has a channel. One, you should drop the link to your channel so that they can link from here and go support you. It's amazing. When I went to Ghana, One, he took me to University of Ghana. I'd never been there. He took me there. We made videos. Very interesting and beautiful school. So I have Ghanaian family. It's just unfortunate that these things are happening, but we get past it. Yeah, so drop the link to your channel, Final One, before you go. Welcome to the show, Letitia, Mystery,
Okay,
and Randy.
so
You're all welcome.
um,
Yes.
virtue, I would try to exit now. I need to go do some little thing out there.
All right, all right.
So thank you for having me. Thank you very
Thank you for
much.
coming. Thank you. Let's do it again next time. Okay.
Okay, okay,
All right.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Letitia, you welcome. Randy, Mystery. Let's start with Letitia first.
Hello, how are you? It's
I'm fine.
Latasha.
Latasha, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Latasha,
Virtual Grace, I love your channel. I'm
thank
calling you
you.
from the United States.
Oh,
So I
wow.
thought a neutral party would be good here.
That's right.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you. First of all, it's very good that you're putting this on. I think it's best when the family talks things out. And what I hear, just again being a neutral party, I hear a lot of pain and hurt on the Nigerian side. And I think that my brothers on the Ghanaian side were just trying to explain how their country works. I don't think they were trying to make excuses and things like that. I see a lot of very, I think, unfortunate comments going back and forth and some really nasty stuff. And I just will say, as someone in the diaspora, as someone, going through everything that we go through in the US, it's very painful to see the way the Ghanaians and Nigerians fight each other. It's very painful because over in the US, we, are fighting our own oppressions, which many of you have seen how we are treated here in the US with police and everything else. And we see, being able to come to Africa, to Ghana or to Nigeria or whatever, as a way that we can reconnect with our brothers and sisters. And then to see you guys fighting like this is very painful. So I agree with those who are saying that we need to talk everything out. Yes. And I understand that there's pain. And I think there's pain on both sides. And I understand it. But I think we, again, like you were trying to say, Virtual Grace, we're all a family. And that we have to, all of this, what do they say? All of this wahala has to stop, So, but I will say this to the one brother that was saying that the president of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, needs to come out. He called the president Buhari and himself apologized profusely for Ghana. I think all of you guys were on here, so you probably missed the update, as well as they've made several arrests already. Now that is very swift action, very swift action. And I know if we take it to a higher level and just remove yourself personally with how you feel against Ghana or how you feel against Nigeria, whatever, and just look at a higher level. First of all, the presidents interact with each other, they have trade with each other, etc. I know for a fact that this is very embarrassing for the Ghanaians, right? Because it would be embarrassing for anybody, honestly, to be on the world stage like this. And so I think that is why they move very swiftly. Now, the Ghanaian police, why they were so slow, why they came and did what they did, I'm sure that is also being addressed, quite frankly, because if it were me and my country was just embarrassed on the world stage, I would be moving very swiftly, and I think that's happening. So that's all I wanted to say. Don't attack me in the comments. I appreciate it. Virtual Grace, I love your channel. I watch all the time.
Thank you, Letitia. I appreciate your contribution, and I love the information you've added to this conversation. The fact that the president has apologized and arrests have been made already. Like I said, we all just want justice and the right thing to be done, so that this shame can be, covered and resolved amicably. So thank you. Let's have Mystery. Mystery has been up. Mystery, you're next. Welcome to the show, Mystery. Welcome to the show, Mystery. Mystery. Okay.
Mystery.
Let's have Randy.
Okay.
Hello, Grace. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can
Hello.
hear you.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you very much for letting me to join the show. Yeah, my name is Randy. I'm actually a Ghanaian, but I live in Ireland. Yeah, this what has happened is a very sad situation, and I think we all condemn the act that happened, and I think the government have done the right thing to investigate whatever that went on, because I think the media, when the whole thing started, the media reported it badly to make it look as if it was the government or the Ghanaian government that actually demolished that building, which wasn't true. And I think we all know that this whole thing happened by an individual. So it's good that the government have actually taken action to address the issue. So I think people just have to calm down a little bit and let the investigation to continue, because it's very unfortunate it happened in Ghana, but like I said, it could have been something different. Maybe it could have been an armed robber that actually robbed the building, but we can't label it as the Ghanaian government have robbed the Nigerian. So it has something that has been orchestrated by an individual. So let's deal with it as an individual and not drag the whole nation into it. Nobody's happy that this has happened. So no, we are not happy. But it has already happened. So let the investigation goes on. Let's see who actually owns that piece of land. Because what I know is any diplomatic mission that wants to acquire a piece of land to erect their own building is done through government by government negotiations, not done by Nigerian government and some sub chiefs. So if they indeed have the legal and title of the land, and I think there'll be no issue with it. But what I do know is that building, the embassy is completely separate from where this demolition happened. It's a completely new site that was also acquired separately from the embassy building. Understand? So I'm sure there'll be two different leases for those two lands that they own. So it could be maybe the original property was acquired. Well, I'm just playing the devil advocate here, because we don't know exactly the truth of the matter. So it could be the second property, the second land wasn't acquired correctly. If that's the case, then we see how do we address it. But my only worry is that when that incident happened, the security guard was at the plot where the construction was going on. The first point of contact should have been the Nigerian embassy and the Nigerian ambassador. And they have the diplomatic need whereby the ambassador will call the state authority. They're not going to call just the Osu embassy, or sorry, they're not going to call just the Osu police station. Because Osu police station, they don't even have the men or the whatever it is to deal with those kind of. If it was a serious threat, let's assume it was a terrorist threat to the embassy. You're not going to call a small police office. So I think let's see what let investigation goes on. Let try to unravel all the small loopholes in there, so that we can get a clearer picture. So what I can say now is people shouldn't think very bad about what has happened, that Ghanaians are this, Ghanaians that. It's just an individual that committed this act. So let's just deal with it as an individual. So that's what I think I can contribute.
Thank you so much, Randy. I appreciate that contribution. Let's have are we, like I've been saying as well, let's just wait, and when the matter is resolved, let it be resolved amicably, in a way that if there's need for reforms, land reforms, let it be done, so that things like this never have to repeat themselves. So Richie Wonder, you're welcome. Let's have your take. Richie, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Richie. No, I can't hear you. You might have to check your audio. Check the audio on your device. I can't hear you. Unfortunately, I can't hear him. So let me look. You are indicate. Okay. Someone is taking you up on your point, Randy. I put it up there. Can you see the comment on the screen, Randy? Randy, can you see the comment on the screen?
Yeah, he said, okay, you are indicating your country If
in
it
that
was a security threat, it should also be a Ghana government. Now, what I'm trying to say, if it was a security threat, yeah, definitely, uh, they would have acted swiftly. They wouldn't have, waited for that 2 3 hours, whatever happened. But it all depends on who made the call. If it's just a security officer at a building site somewhere who nobody knows of, calling a local police station somewhere, say, "Oh, this is being attacked." They won't treat that as urgent. But if the Nigerian ambassador in Ghana is making a call to, let's say, the Ghana national security, whatever, "Oh, my embassy is being attacked," you look at the severity of the case. So I'm just trying to look at how that first phone call was made, because if an embassy is calling, why would the Ghana police take like 2 3 hours and then come there with just one person, coming to address a very serious issue? Because an embassy that has been demolished, you understand? So that's why I'm a little bit worried, because there's no even video footage of those guys that was even present, recording the act that happened even when the police people came there. Nothing. All we heard was one side of the story saying uh, uh, there's one guy that was there saying, okay, the national security is aware, and one of them have pistol, but there's no recording. Something like this have to be recorded, because at least there were more people there, but nobody had the gut to even record something. I'm not trying to support anybody, but I'm trying to put some jigsaws together so that it become more easier for everybody. I'm not defending Ghana or defending Nigeria, but I just want the right thing to be done. So I don't know what I'm saying. Address your issue.
Okay, so if you watch the video I uploaded on the matter, you would see in fact, there was a particular video that I intentionally did not include in that video I made. There was a clip rather that I
Okay.
intentionally did not include in the video I put up on my channel, because I felt like that would probably just flame up the fire, or the fact that the Nigeria's acting high commission in Ghana, commissioner in Ghana, they were on camera decrying whatever it is they had to deal with, and the fact that they were calling. If you watch the video, there was a clip I inserted that staff of the mission said it, that they were calling the police. The police did not turn up, and the culprits were there for 1 hour doing the demolition. And the police headquarters, not just a police station, the police headquarters is just a few minutes away from that place, but they didn't come until when the police eventually came. They spoke cordially with the leader of the team that was carrying out the demolition. They spoke casually, and the person left.
Yeah, so
So
that's why the investigation will have to look into all those things. And why did they decide to take those kind of action? Who gave them the like, where they got those instructions from? So probably maybe somebody somewhere gave them those instructions. So, and I think they're gonna, all those jigsaws are there, because they'll know the time the phone call came, who answered the phone call. So I think all those things, the fact that the sister that spoke before me said arrests have been made, so probably I know the Ghana government will look into it, because there's a big disgrace. So we should all just have patience, let the investigation continue, and then whatever the situation is, probably everything will come to light in the next couple of days.
exactly. So let's just all keep our fingers crossed for the findings of the investigation that is being done. Welcome back, Richie. I still can't hear him. I still can't hear Richie. Richie, are you using your computer? If you are using your computer, try to check the audio icon on your screen. If it's off, you will see an X on your screen. If it's not off, if it's off, then tap on it. It will unmute you. Seems like a sound tried to come through. Can you try logging in with another device? Maybe your phone. If you're using your computer, try logging in with your phone. It might be better. I can't hear you. Okay, so this has been for me very insightful conversation, and like I said, Nigeria is not perfect either. We have our own issues in house. I don't think any African country is perfect. We all get it wrong every here and there, but the effort is just so that our government can get things right and do the right things in order to push for sustainable development and regional and interregional unity in Africa, so that we can have development, we can have peace. Someone says take another person. Okay, I'm dropping the link. If any other person wants to come, I'm so sorry, Richie, I can't hear you. So unfortunate. I would have really loved to. I'm trying to unmute him here. They're telling me I can't unmute him because his mic is not connected. So your microphone is not connected. Welcome to the show, George.
Hello, Grace. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome.
Well, I just want to say thank you for the good job you are doing. You're doing a very good job. Thank you. God will bless you.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
mm,
Let's have your take.
okay. Well, my take on this issue is like, we have a body called ECOWAS. At least Nigerian government has been on the forefront to unite West Africa, even West Africa. If you look at other African countries like East Africa or South Africa, they don't have organization like West Africa. We've been having this stuff for a very, very long time. For me, I just feel the government of Ghana knows the situation, because that's for me, that's the consulate. That's where the government of Nigerian people live. You cannot just bring a bulldozer and just decide to go break into the place. There's what they call laws of the land. Ghana has a law. So for me, as I'll say, as for me as a Nigerian, the Nigerian government have done their part. You know what I'm saying? Nigeria didn't try to take, but for me, it's like a disgrace to the full nation, the full continent of Africa, because when you look at Nigeria, everybody wants to say, okay, Nigeria is the leaders, the giant of Africa, and Ghana is at the forefront trying to bring people like descendants, diaspora back to Ghana. So this is like a sign, like a setback. You take two steps forward, now you like 5, 10 step backward. People are looking at us. We, like I said, for you coming out try to bring this thing, it's not like taking the side. Oh, Nigeria is the one do no Ghana or Ghana. We got to discuss amongst ourselves. The truth. So for what you are doing is a good thing. I'm not taking side of Nigeria. I'm not taking side of Ghana. Everybody is still growing, we're learning, but you cannot do that to a sovereign nation. When you look at it, it's an art of war. If it's a Western country, definitely you see what's going to happen. But that's my thought. For now.
Thank you, George. That basically adds to all that we've been saying, exactly so. But we don't want war. We don't want
Mm.
war because Nigeria has been actively involved in stopping wars in Africa. Talk about Liberia, talk about Sierra Leone, talk about the Nigerian government's involvement in the apartheid regime. So we are known for playing the role of stopping war and promoting peace in Africa. And that's what our foreign policy is as Nigeria. Our foreign policy says Africa first, and Nigeria has demonstrated that in action several times. So, um, like the panelists have said over and over, it is not the government, it is some individuals. And I'm glad, based on the update that the sister from US gave us, that the Ghanaian government has made some arrests, and that the president of Ghana has called President Buhari to apologize on behalf of the people of Ghana. So let's let's see these proactive steps that the government and leaders are taking materialize into concrete justice that everybody will feel satisfied, and ensure that this doesn't get to happen again. That's all we want to see. And I appreciate everyone for their contributions as far as this topic is concerned. Let's just get the information right, because trust me, the foreign media are going to report this, and they're not going to report it, as casually as we are discussing. They are going to talk about it over and again. And people who are in the diaspora who get to listen to those media might think, oh, war is coming or something more tragic, catastrophic is going to happen in Africa between Ghana and Nigeria, which is not exactly the case, you know. So that's why we are doing this, so that anyone who stumbles on it knows that this information is being put out by Nigerians and Ghanaians who are on the ground, and that is the truth of the situation. That's what we want to see out there, you know. So thank you so much for the contribution. Thank everyone who has come. Anybody who wants to come up on the show, I'm dropping the link for the last time, after which we're going to call it a day. We've been up for 2 hours 48 minutes, and everybody has been amazing. People are trying to trade blames. I like this comment that this person made, and I pinned it on the screen. He said, unity will not make us rich, but it will make it difficult for Africa and Africans to be disrespected. And I agree 100%. And this is, I think, a quote from Julius Nyerere. This is true. If we are united as one Africa, it will be difficult. It might not make us rich directly, but it will be difficult for the outside world to disrespect us. We will not be cheap in the eyes of China. We will not be cheap in the eyes of the rest of the world. If we all speak with one voice, resolve our issues amicably as a family, as an African family, it will be difficult for the rest of the world to even infiltrate us, not to talk of disrespecting us, you know, and even making us rich. It would, because then we can have conversations, share ideas, you know, strike interregional deals that will push trade, push investment, and that will bring about prosperity as well. It will bring about, you know, wealth for us on the continent. All right, so guys, stop fighting in the comment section, in the chat room rather. I don't like it that some people are, you know, exchanging some fierce words and all. It's uncalled for. Yeah, someone is trying to come up. Emmanuel.
Yes.
Hello, Emmanuel. Welcome on the show.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. I've been watching your show for a long time. I just don't make
Thank
comments.
you. Thank you.
Yes, but you are doing a wonderful job for the whole continent.
Thank you.
I was born in the Volta region of Ghana, and many of my friends are Nigerians. We've had good relationships, and I believe in African unity. Africa must stay united. Sometimes our enemies will use every opportunity to divide us. This is a big crisis. When I heard about it yesterday, I was worried. But I think that our comments, the comments that we make on YouTube, must remain positive. Africa must unite. I think that this is a tragedy. It is very sad, but we must move on. Can everybody hear me? Can you still hear me?
Yes, everyone can hear you. I can hear you too.
Okay. So one government by now. I believe that we should be one government. West Africa should be one government. Foreign nations have been dividing us. Foreign nations have stopped the ECHO from being implemented. They try to stop us on every end. The issue that happened in Ghana is very sad. Whoever did this must be held accountable. Whoever is responsible, the Ghana government must step up and bring people to the book. They must face the laws of Ghana without any mercy. And then we should unite in the face of all this. We should unite. All of West Africa must be under one government. I believe that. And eventually we should have a continental government. We've all been saying this for years, but it has never happened. But maybe tragedies like this should bring the continent together rather than divide us. I've been reading comments, And I've been hearing people saying things that, oh, there should be war, there should be that. There's no need for all of that. This is the time for us to unite. I am now saying this because I was born in Ghana. I consider myself more of an African than a Ghanaian. In fact, I hear most of us saying, I am from here, I'm from there, I'm from there, instead of what? Saying we are Africans. You know, when things happen to us, when people kill us, when people sabotage our economies, when people divide us just to rule us, when people conquer us just to enslave us, what do? We need to unite because our enemies are watching. Africa has enemies both inside Africa and outside Africa. There are people within the continent who work for foreign agents to keep this continent down. But those of us who are aware, those of us who are awake, must remember that we must unite in the face of tragedy. We should even encourage our governments to form one government for West Africa. If we form one government, we have one military, we have one currency, we have one intelligence agency. People don't talk about the intelligence agencies. Our intelligence agencies need to unite to find out who our enemies are and to counteract the activities in West Africa, to fight Boko Haram together. Supposing all the armies of West Africa, the French armies, the English-speaking armies, all of us work together, we could defeat Boko Haram in no time. We could defeat our enemies in no time. But our enemies keep dividing us. They keep using every opportunity to divide us. But we, the people, those of us who are waking up, the younger generation, must now unite. You know, I look at things and they make me so sad. The way we are divided, the way we say, I am Ghanaian, I am Togolese, I am Ivorian, I am Nigerian, I am this, as if we were born Togolese and Ghanaians and all of that. We are born first as human beings, then as Africans, before anything else. These things about Ghana and Ivory Coast and Togo and Nigeria were imposed on us by our colonizers. But we still have this colonial mentality of segregating ourselves along national identities. We should have an African identity. We should be Africans fighting together, fighting the enemy together, developing our economies, bringing ourselves together, because we cannot survive on this planet when we are divided.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. I love your contributions, and a lot of people in the chat room agree with your contribution, and it just makes sense. That's basically what we want. If we are not united, we can't make progress. We need to unite as one people, one Africa to, push this continent forward. So thank you. Leila is here. Welcome, Leila. You have the floor. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Just speak a little more louder.
Okay, I think my earpiece makes it a little low. Can you hear me? Is it better?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Is it okay? Oopsie. Can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you, Leila. I can hear you.
Okay. You know, I really truly appreciate the guy who just spoke before me. He spoke very well, and then we've had also a couple of people. You know, it's always, your platform is a great platform. I really appreciate this moment. I do watch you a lot, but I felt like this is a good time to come on to really boost you up. You're doing a great job. You know, one thing that I can say is that sometimes when things happen between Nigerians and Ghanaians, it's like there's always this high beef, and we're quarreling and hitting each other and saying, you know, Ghanaians are evil. Ghanaians also say Nigerians are evil. You know, then at the end of the day, I go to the African shop and people are like, oh, are you from Nigeria? And then some will say, oh, are you Sierra Leonean? You know, that makes it so interesting because even sometimes among our own people, or even in the community. We can't even tell who is Ghanaian and who's Nigerian and who's Sierra Leonean. Let me just kind of bring this in. Like, I'm watching the news on my Joy Online, Ghana, and it's talking about how the Liberian education minister has been flown to Ghana for COVID treatment. This is interesting. This is interesting. This shows how we're one as people. It's the same way that if somebody is sick, they may be flown from Nigeria to Ghana, or from Ghana to Nigeria, vice versa. I know that this issue is very sensitive and it's very hurtful and very painful, but let's not be so quick to jump into the issue. We have to allow the government to take over. We have to allow the government to take action. We're biting each other, and this issue just occurred. Maybe this is the issue that will actually allow the Ghana government to become more transparent, transparent in a lot of issues. So let's not be hitting each other and being so hard on each other. I know this is very sensitive and it's painful, but we have to take it easy. I was in a forum, and there's a lot of ill statements and not so pleasant words that are coming from other people, in Nigerians, vice versa. It's very shameful sometimes when I read stuff like this. So I think that we should just take it easy, to just allow the government to see what they can do. At least the government, the Ghanaian government took a step. He called and apologized. So I believe strongly that he will make sure that things will fall in place. And if the building needs to be situated again somewhere, or if another land needs to be purchased, then I'm sure things will be in order. Let's allow time, and let's allow the government to handle this responsibly and do it well. Thank you.
Thank you, Leila. I appreciate the contribution. Nicole, let's have your take. Welcome on the show.
Thank you, Virtuous Grace. I've been watching your program. I appreciate you for calling me in. I'm just your brother from Nigeria as well. I've been listening to people contributing in this program from the chat room. What I just want to say, when I heard the story today, what happened, I really feel bad, because why? This is not the first time in Africa. You understand? Whenever things happen in Africa, they always face, everything is always about Nigeria. Look at what happened in South Africa. Most of the victims Nigerians. When you talk about Asia, Nigerians, they are the victims. Our own beloved Ghana, Nigeria is victims. You understand? So I don't know where the hatred is coming from. I'm not really happy as a Nigerian. I'm telling you, no matter what they are saying in the chat room, people should want love is the key. Love is that we should show love to each other. When people are trying to disrespect Nigeria in all over all continents, I think is a time when Nigerians, when they are not pleased with this kind of thing, it's not our fault anymore. You understand? Ghana they are more closer to us than any other country I may say. You understand? But seeing this happening in Ghana, I can't lie to you. I'm really disappointed. You understand? Ghana don't supposed to do this to Nigeria. I'm telling you. Ghana is just I believe that I see Ghanaians as Nigerians. I see Nigerians as Ghanaians. But hearing this story today, that they did this to Nigeria, oh no. My life, what I hate most is disrespect. Disrespect. But I just pray that they should resolve this issue amicably, as you said, and with a brotherly love. But really, as an individual, I'm not happy with Ghana. I may say the truth. And I'm not happy with all those countries that used to disrespect Nigerians all over the world. I'm not happy with them. So thank you, Precious Grace. Thank you for your program. I'm still watching, and I want to listen to more contribution. You understand? So that's all I would say.
Thank you so much, Nico. I appreciate and I understand your sentiment is exact sentiment that all Nigerians are feeling over this matter. But like we've heard, the Ghanaian government is taking action, so we're all waiting for the outcome and hope that it's amicable at the end of the day. Everybody is still happy, and love and unity um, has its way as far as this Nigeria and Ghana are concerned. Okay, someone is coming up. KB is trying to connect. So let me see if will come. Agreed, it should not have happened, but it wasn't Ghana doing it. It was a few people in Ghana, and they have been arrested. Exactly. That's the point. The government has taken action, as we've heard. So we're waiting.
I just hope it won't happen again. So I just hope so.
Definitely. I definitely hope so too. That the government, like the other speaker said, I love the fact that he said this particular incident should serve as a nudge on the shoulder of the Ghanaian government to put in place some laws, carry out some reforms as far as land ownership in Ghana is concerned. Because from what the panelists had contributed, the Ghanaians land issuing in Ghana is really serious, and the government does not have control over the land in Ghana, not like it is in Nigeria. So that's probably where some of the
It's not, sister, listen. It's not an excuse. They do. This is what I don't like. It's not an excuse. Do you know the meaning of diplomatic house? Individual don't have right to destroy a diplomatic house building. You understand? I don't want to hear those kind of excuse.
you are right.
So
You are right. No individual has the right to demolish or even enter any diplomatic building without the permission of that and this thing. But we've talked about all that. So, Mike, welcome. Welcome, Mike.
All right, thanks very much. I'd like just to say just a little bit about what you're discussing. Well, I think that all of us as Africans, we need to obviously support one another if the African agenda is to be pursued. And whatever it is, any diplomatic mission in any particular country has to be protected, no matter what, is very important. I first of all would like to say that what happened in Ghana was most unfortunate, and it shouldn't have happened like that. Whoever was involved in it, it shouldn't have happened. It's just unfortunate. And I think the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Ghana, obviously, they talked about it and they have condemned the incident and they have apologized. But it wasn't anything that was sanctioned by the Ghanaian government. I think it's probably individuals who went and did that. And so please don't let's inflame passion. Of course, it's something that has happened, which no one expected that. It's most unfortunate. So I would just play with people, particularly Nigerians. Ghana and Nigeria have been friends for over the years, centuries, and all that. So that shouldn't create another problem. I think the government of Ghana has assured that they will make sure the right thing is done. So, my fellow Nigerians and Ghanaians, my fellow Nigerians in particular, please let's calm our temper. We're still brothers and sisters. Let's calm down, and I hope the government of Ghana will definitely find the culprits and bring them to book. Well, that's just something I want to put across. It's just most unfortunate, but we hope they will sort things out.
Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate that. So if there's no other person who wants to come on the show, I think I'm going to round up here. Nigeria is a land of extremes. It is both a great and a great, fantastic, and energetic country with dynamic people, but it can also be a huge disappointment. Nigerians deserve much better. Yeah, Nigeria is a lot and more. I agree with you. No one, like I said, no country is perfect, and that's why we are all about improving our systems, our government, and pushing for unity and all of that. All right, so thank you. No one will do that without permission, others or being threatened to do so. Exactly. But let's wait. I'll definitely do a follow-up stream when the updates, I gather updates from, the actions of the government involved. And then I'll do another stream to update us on the findings and the consequent actions that the government are taking with regards to this. We just want to see the end of this matter amicably resolved. All right. So thank you all. Okay.
Virtuous Grace. Virtuous Grace.
Okay.
Is Nico. This is my first time of joining your program. So how am I going to join you to if you're on live stream?
Okay. If you're subscribed to my channel, did you click the subscribe button?
I think I will do that very soon. But
Okay.
you send me the link. I connect through the link you sent.
Yes, so let me show you. Just hold on. When you come to YouTube, you search Virtual Grace.
Okay.
You are going to
Okay.
come to my channel. It will probably show you something like this. This is my channel on YouTube.
Okay. Okay.
So once you
Okay.
click on it, you are going to see a button by the side saying subscribe. You see a
Okay.
button somewhere on the side saying
On the
subscribe.
side, yeah. Subscribe. Okay.
Yes. So you click on the subscribe. When you click on it, a bell will come. Click on all. Click on that bell where it says all. That way, anytime I upload a video, you are going to get notification from YouTube. Or anytime I come live like this, YouTube will notify you that I'm live, so you can come and then you'll be able to join.
Okay. I will do that. Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much, Nico. I appreciate you. Where did you say
Thank
you
you.
are?
I live in France, Paris.
Okay. Merci beaucoup.
Ouais, Dorian. Est-ce que vous
Ça
parlez
va?
français?
Oui,
Vous
je
parlez
parle
français?
français. Petit, petit.
ça, c'est français de bled, ça.
Oui. Merci. All right. D'accord, d'accord. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate all of you. Hope you gave the likes up. See, one thing when I'm live streaming and having these serious conversations, I forget to remind you to subscribe if you are new to my channel, to share the stream, to click the like button and also please, when you come to my live streams, just do all of that. You know the drill. As you're coming in, just click the like button before you enter, because most times when you enter and we get the conversations going, most times you forget all of that. So don't forget, when next you come, as you're coming in, just click the subscribe, share, and let's get the likes and the views up. Thank you all so much for coming, for your contributions.
Okay.
I appreciate.
Okay,
I love
I
you
will click
all.
on like button. Yeah, I
Yeah.
will click on like button right now.
All right. Thank you. So
All right.
I love all of you. Stay out of trouble, remain healthy, be law abiding. I'll see you. If I get updates tomorrow, I'll definitely see you
Yeah, I
tomorrow.
will be.
Yes,
When are you coming to live stream? When are you coming to live stream tomorrow?
probably 8 p.m. the same time I came today. So if
Okay.
there is, I'm going to schedule it so a lot of you will see the notification that I'll be live later in the day, so you can tune in. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see
Okay.
you
Thank
all
you.
again. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Bye. Yeah.
Bye. Oh, I forgot to thank you, Eunice. Thank you to all my moderators. I love all of you. Eunice, you've been amazing, my sister. I appreciate you. African Tigress, thank you. T. Kelly was here earlier. Thank you, T. Kelly. Thank you, every one of you, for moderating the chat room excellently. I appreciate all of you. Bye.